Okay. So, that is up. Go ahead and post our stuff over here. Last but not least, okay. Those are all taken care of. Now I just have to post my stuff on Twitter. Here's my phone.
I should post a thing too.
Probably. I do have Discord open if you're wanting to do that in your places.
Oh, I really only tend to put it in like one place. I think I'll be good.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Look at that, my wife's all prepared. Had all the options in front of it.
I was as prepared as I could be for, you know, cooking immediately before this.
Well, you were very prepared. I'm very proud of you for being so prepared.
Thanks.
God damn, my wife is prepared.
I mean, I'm not prepared with the Twitter posts, I'll say that much of myself.
Yeah, that's fair, but neither was I, so whatever. Let's see, where's the freaking... Ooh. Oh, no, that's not right. There it is.
Oh yeah, the time it takes me to post stuff on Twitter, you know, gives time for people to show up.
Yeah. It's good to take a moment.
That's all.
Wife City.
Oh hey, thank you for the resubscription,
Oh, yo.
Evie. That's at 6 months. She says, "Hi wives, I'm excited for more adventures of depressed gay animals."
We are too. Welcome and thank you.
How has everyone's Tuesday been so far? What's that? My city account. That's right, Danny.
It's only
Tuesday. Bree, I'm sure you know the feeling of that currently.
Yep. I sure do.
We're alive now. TV. Nope. Need the dot in there. Otherwise it won't link to nothing. Okay. But no, yeah, we spent the last 2 days selling off stuff that we want to get rid of before the move. And that was our basically whole entire yesterday. And then today, before we took care of making dinner for the night, we had to pop over to like a UPS store to like pick up a bunch of boxes and bubble wrap and stuff like that for
And I had to
packing.
pick up pills and, you know, just stuff.
Yeah, do that too. And I'm sure driving on your weekend has felt great for you.
Yeah. You know, that's a little bit too.
Uh-huh, I'm
Also,
sure. Yeah.
You know, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but just so that I'm not, like, self-conscious, I had such a breakdown on anxiety that I had to take some meds for it. So I'm gonna be either more giggly or quiet, but I'm here for it, I promise.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream. We're here for more Night in the Woods.
Yes. I believe we're going to, as soon as we can, apologize to our goth friend for going
apologize
to
to
a party.
Beatrice, yeah.
Yeah. So let's look into that. Oh, is it nighttime? It's the
Yeah, I think it's time for you to go to sleep.
All right, let's hit the hay. Bedtime? Yes, time.
Take your shoes off when you get in the house first. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
don't bring those into your room. Come on. Like, especially because, like, we have a carpet.
No, yeah, it's especially bad for that, but also I think regardless, like, once we get our own place, we're gonna be a shoes off at the door household.
Oh, yeah, we always have been.
We always have been, but, you know.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've had our own, you know, place to be like, hey, take your shoes off when someone comes in.
That is fair. Oh, it just continues this way?
No, so basically this dream sequence, you're gonna be hunting down a bunch of other instrumentalists.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
But you are going the correct way.
that is the route.
It involves platforming and following those lamps. I think for a lot of people, this is like their least favorite sequence in the game.
Oh.
Just because, like, you know, this isn't a platformer, actually.
Yeah.
So, having to, like, navigate all around this little area can be annoying for some people. I like it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Oop.
And also, it is just a little bit difficult to find where all the different animals are. Also, I don't know if I said hi to Pooch. Hi, Pooch.
Hey, welcome.
If I forgot to say hi, I'm sorry. My apologies. And also, earlier, Evie said, this week's been a busy mess. Literally 400 students have been through my office in the last couple days.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that sounds
rough.
rough.
That's where I came from.
But speaking of job stuff, and good news,
Uh-huh.
you most likely have a thing guaranteed at this point.
Seems like they took down all of our, like, checking account information and stuff, so I imagine they're on board.
Yeah, it was just
so,
the phrasing after you filled out all the paperwork was one of those, like, once we decide to move forward with you,
Yeah,
we'll...
if we decide to move forward with you, this will be blah blah. It's like, whoa, what's if? I just basically doxed myself in every way to you. What do you want from me?
And the main, we know it was a legit website, like, we went
Yeah.
to it and everything, so before anyone worries, we did not actually, in fact, dox ourselves through the job-making process.
But yeah, one of those things where it's just like, hey, maybe I'm gonna be a cash register / barista, depending on my shift. That would be nice. Get a little bit of background in that, maybe, you know, who knows, maybe one day I'll work in a different cafe. Maybe it'll suit me.
So jump up there.
Hey, there we
you
go. Got that one. Here's another. Hello, saxophone
I
man.
believe...
Play me a sax.
I think that's everything now.
Might be.
I want to say you only have to find 4 instrumentalists.
I think I might have only gotten 3. I don't remember.
No, you got 4.
Hey.
Yeah. You got the 2 on the rooftops and the 2 on, like, the lower areas.
Yeah, I got those 2, and
So I think you just want to go to, like, the center of the map now.
let's give it a go.
So, like, that little thing in the corner there, that's actually, like, a little bit of a guidepost for you. So it was only there for, like, a split second, but there's something there that's... Oh,
What?
oh I thought that was, like, a creature.
I did too.
Pooch says, preemptive welcome to the wild world of being a trans barista. It's great. Yeah, just hang on the center of the map there.
All right, over here.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Cool. What the hell?
There.
That's a big bear.
Ah!
Cool. Big bear.
You're being absorbed into the big bear. Not from the
Hello,
bear.
young human. I am the bear god. I will take you to realms that which you cannot imagine. All right, fine.
These unmedicated dreams are great.
Oh yeah.
Great, per se. You dreamt you were consumed by a cosmos bear.
Well, you know, that's just a normal Tuesday night.
Which dagger?
No, it's alright. We played the bass.
Okay. Don't be afraid to, like, take some time occasionally
For
to,
sure.
like, just mess around with stuff.
Let's catch up with people and then we can do that.
This is very much one of those games where you want to live in the world that you're...
Persona 5, got it.
Sure.
Sorry. Get back, I didn't
That
mean to.
that comparison was made last time, but yeah, it still kind of stands.
It does.
Hey. I'm working today if you want to say hello. Yep. That's my life right there.
About this dude.
Morning. I'm somehow even more sore. This is bullshit. I'm working today. Angus is out of town and I'm lonely. Okay, bye. Sincerely, Gregory. 2 G's, 2 R's.
Nice. Country trash proud. Drummer, skate and destroy. Skate to create. Down for glory. Alright.
Do you know who that is supposed to be?
I didn't make that connection.
So look at that again.
Let's try that again. That looks like...
So we know.
Oh, is that his
First-
douchebag friend?
No, that's not his douchebag friend. Remember how they were talking about someone like up and vanishing from the town? That's that kid. That's Casey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Mmm. Alright.
So at the very least, they ain't online no more.
There's that.
Check to see if the boxes have been moved.
Oh yeah, maybe they have.
Nope.
Let me in. Come on, let me in. Come on.
Nate, stop causing brain damage.
Alright, fine.
So boring. Everyone knows that you're more interesting when you got a little bit more screws loose in your head. Good morning. Did you feel it last night?
What?
There's a big sinkhole 2 streets over.
Oh, are we still getting those?
I don't think those ever really go away. Swampy ground and so forth, and on a floodplain.
Oh, weird.
I don't want you over there noosing around it. Hey Claudia, welcome to the stream.
Hey,
How are you doing
welcome.
tonight?
I guarantee you I won't. I have seen sinkholes.
No interest at all?
Mom, they're just holes in the ground. Get back to me when one, like, swallows a house or something.
We'll go see together if that happens.
Deal.
So, what'd you do last night?
Hung out with Greg.
What'd you do?
Went to the grocery store.
That sounds exciting. Get anything special?
Oh boy, sure did.
Well, stop by the church if you're in the area.
Will do, Mom. See ya.
Mm-hmm. Bye, sweetie. Hey, Solaris, welcome to the stream to you as well.
Hey, hello.
How are you doing? Evie says, building your society on top of a swamp whips.
Hey,
And
it's
hello,
raining.
Mom.Zone and Jusette.
Hey, welcome.
Everyone's showing up now. Hello, hi, welcome to the stream.
Everyone's here.
I got some shit on my glasses.
Oh no, she did.
Don't know what it is.
Squirrel.
You talk to Selmers.
Dog him. Hey, Selms.
That's not Selmers.
What's it? No.
Selmers is the one down
All
the
right.
corner there.
I can't know
The one
like
that's into
folks on the
poetry.
porch. Yep.
Mayborowski.
Selmers.
Now we know how important it is to look our best.
What?
Our appearance is the first and sometimes last impression we make.
Dark. Selmers, did you join a cult?
Lucky for you, I happen to be a licensed dealer
Oh, okay.
of the Sylvan family of products.
Selmers, I don't have any money.
Oh, okay.
Have you sold anything yet?
Sold some to my mom. And to Abby Krangler,
Miss Krangler's daughter?
granddaughter. I ran into her at the laundromat over by school.
One time Greg got locked inside one of the tumble dryers.
Did he die?
He wanted me to start it, but I chickened out.
He definitely will have died.
Tell him that. He's still mad.
Want to hear a poem? Yes.
Yes.
Always listen to Selmer's poems. Sometimes, I think, and start to sing.
Oh no.
There's more.
Sorry.
Then I remember, it's October.
October?
I combined my 2 favorite months.
Well, it's really nice.
It's the best. These are gonna start getting shorter soon. Makes me sad.
I like it.
I love the fall, but hate the dark.
I like it.
You sure do.
I sure do.
Keep talking to Selmers. I seen a raccoon.
Where?
Up in Towny Century. He's a big one.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you talk to her out again. Solar said, pretty tired. How are you two? exhausted. Not so much
Moving
tired,
is a
like,
lot of work.
like, I got a good night's sleep last night. Like, you can ask Bree, I passed out at like 10 and woke up at
yeah,
like 9.
you started trying to sleep at like 9:30.
Yeah,
And passed out at 10. You were...
I got one of them solid like 11 to 12 hour sleeps after a night of very little sleep.
She was
But
out.
we also have been gathering / getting rid of shit for the move-in process.
And it's a lot.
It is.
Good problems to have, no doubt, but
Yeah.
a lot of work. A lot of things to concern ourselves with the timing of it.
And before you start that next thing, just to catch up on chat a little bit.
Yes, go
She
ahead.
said, I bet no one has ever done something foolish like built their nation's capital on a swamp and had sinkholes open up right next to the residents of head state. And then follows up by saying, I'm talking about the DC, Washington DC, if anyone missed that.
Oh, right.
And then Claudia said, we found someone in a multi-level marketing scheme? I think Selmers is probably just looking for whatever work she can get and doesn't really believe in it or anything.
Hey, BB!
Hey, May.
How's it going?
Got a load of rock salt to move. Came in early this year. And like a crap load of snow shovels. Usually the distro place doesn't goof up like this.
Maybe it's run by weather wizards?
Yeah, that's not a bad theory. So, what's up?
Want to hang out tonight?
I'm working. You wanna, like, come along?
Oh, I was thinking we'd go play putt-putt out in Hunwick.
Maybe that's actually not a bad idea. But sorry, got work.
Aw, jeez. What is even the point?
Paychecks, rent, food, medicine, that kind of
Well,
thing.
yeah, I guess.
So, do you want to come along or not?
Let's hang out.
Yeah! Yay!
House call!
Hang out with BB.
Hell yeah. I was talking about to Jay recently, just like, God, I'm so glad I'm playing this game on the other end of it. You know? Being the responsible person with a job who knows how to still have fun, as opposed to being the younger person that, I mean, she's me when I was like 20. You know, the protagonist of this. And I'm looking at it going, wow, I'm glad I don't have to feel the pain of, like, not having grown out of that yet and playing this and having it actually hit me in the face.
Well, here's the thing. As you go through the story, you're gonna find that it's also okay to sympathize with May and what she's going through.
Righto. Couldn't you just, like, refuse to do house calls?
Nope.
Why?
It's called a job. They'll pay you to do it. Ideally, at least. You coming?
There's a thing back here by the driveway.
Yeah, she's an old lady. She's got weird shit in her yard.
It's like a windmill.
Yep.
I've never been back up here before.
Neighborowski, you have now been here.
It's nice.
Yeah, just a bunch of old cabins people turned into houses. Some hunting camps. So, don't like get shot or anything.
Buck season isn't for a few days, right?
Well, folks get impatient.
For murder?
It ain't murder if it's animals.
That's dark.
Hold that thought.
You gonna knock?
Thank you for coming on such short notice.
No problem.
I can sleep through a 4-alarm fire for that furnace.
We'll take a look at it.
Ever since Jean passed, I just can't abide that thumping.
Understandable.
Jean was such a darling, man.
Yes, yes. Hey, what did you mean by hold that thought?
Wait for it.
I'll never forgive them for taking him away.
Uh-huh.
Ain't like I didn't treat him right. I looked it up on the internet. He didn't smell of nothing.
Wait for it.
You can't take a woman's husband just because he's dead.
There it is.
Holy God.
Took him right off that couch.
It's a crime.
Yeah, the crime was definitely committed, alright.
They just couldn't abide not being able to tax him anymore. That's what it was. Well, I won't talk your ears off about it, dearie. Come take a look at my fridge while you're here.
We bill by the half hour. Let me sip some more tea here.
Sure. It's a good idea.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, it's a nice fridge. What's the problem?
Oh, there's no problem. It's just a classic, an original Luna Freeze.
Wow.
They were all the rage when I was your age. They last forever. They make you feel so young.
I saw one of these the other night when I got back into town.
Oh, really? Where did you see it?
Upside down under some logs in a creek in a ravine.
So, furnace.
Oh, yes, right through here to the basement. That's where my other husband's body is.
Not a lot of people have a basement in California.
I do.
Sounds good. Come on, me. Alright, we'll be down there for a bit. Please remember not to lock us in.
What?
Last time we sent someone, he got locked in the basement.
I assure you that did not happen. I just had him look at some of these movie posters that I wrote up.
He called me from your basement.
Your man did smell a bit of booze when he came by.
Oh, okay.
Busted.
Or something. Okay, down we go.
It was nice meeting you.
I don't really know who you are, little person, but I just thought you should know I'm the Zodiac. Okay, bye.
I watched that movie for the first time the other night, which... God, that scene.
Yeah.
That scene's fucked.
I love creepy basements.
And why wouldn't you? Look at all this splendor.
Jeez, she's got a lot of junk. Maybe she's got a few more husbands stacked in the corner.
Alright, let's get this done so we can go home. She said, I'm half expecting this woman to be like, I wanted to mummify him, but the feds put me on a list and now I can't buy the salts he used for it. He said I can't get my hands on gunpowder if I wanted.
Right. Isn't it illegal to smoke indoors?
It is.
Well, the criminal.
It's a dummy. I'm trying to quit. So I chew on this thing.
What?
Notice no smoke coming out? No smoke at all?
But like, I've seen you smoke.
Yeah, not indoors.
I totally thought it was real.
Where did you think the smoke was going?
I thought you were swallowing it.
May, do you know how smoking works?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a smoking scientist, Beatrice.
Good lord, what else don't you know?
Sorry, I didn't get a degree in cigarettology.
What even was your major in college?
Kicking ass and getting rad.
Do my job.
I'm gonna beat you over the head with this fan. So, that's the furnace.
Yes, that's the furnace.
I've decided his name is Clanky.
Okay. You just hang out. I'm going to go fix this right quick. Don't, like, break anything.
No promises. What am I gonna break? This is a basement full of crap.
You'd be surprised. Oh, geez, okay. Shouldn't be long.
Can I help?
Nope.
Why am I here then?
Because you wanted to come along. Just chill.
You can chill with a fan. Jeez, this is one old ass fan. It's made of metal.
Then
And
she
you could
said-
chop your finger off.
She said, me saying, smoking indoors, I only do the cool crimes.
Uh-huh.
And Claudia thought it was a lollipop at first from the way it was like held backward. Like lollipop held backwards or something, like the Saji from like One Piece type thing. Or the 4Kids One Piece.
Badminton.
Also, welcome to the stream, Dusty. Happy to have you here, even if you're having to juggle 3 streams at once.
Badminton racket. Okay, we've looked at the fan, we've looked at the badminton. Let's look over yonder. Yeah, there's a toy down there. First. Whee!
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you grab that thing?
Fish, fish, fish! That is indeed a fish, fish, fishing pole.
Can you drop down?
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, bat. Hey, a tiny little doll. Ah, my old nemesis, Professor Lucius von Gnomio. That's cute. Bet I can make something out of all this junk. Jeez. Who even would have this much junk? It is a fair deal of junk. Oh, I could see it being useful. I could see this being useful in furnace fixing. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I think you end up using some of this stuff to help Bea out with her issue.
This looks useful. This looks useful. A bat! Nope.
Nope. The one thing that you really want to mess with, it does not let you take.
Oh. I need your expertise to fix this stupid furnace, Professor. Oop. Oop.
Now try talking to Bea again, I guess.
Maybe. Alright, so I can't carry anything else, so I'm gonna say this is enough stuff. So, got a gnome, a fishing pole, a badminton racket, and a fan.
Normal
Got 2
tool set.
wheels and a turny thing with no wheel. Probably just need to turn the turny thing. Open up the heat pipes. Turn up the fire.
Probably open up the heat pipes,
I was thinking that
imagine.
too. Just not to, kill my friend with smoke, yeah. Clanky's probably got loads of heat, but it can't get out. Get Clanky all hot and bothered. It will teach Clanky to love. I bet I could. Bet I could use the racket as a handle. Yeah, that would work.
Okay.
One good hard pull should do it. Okay, focus. Work this out, May Borowski.
May, what are you doing back there?
Wonder what it's like to get stuck in a cave.
May,
I saw this thing on TV about people that scuba dive in caves.
You're ignoring
which
me.
for my money is really stupid.
May, what are
like
you
in
doing
normal
back
swimming,
there?
you can drown, but you're not in a
May.
cave with horses and stuff.
I told you to
Horses?
just.
I mean
Oh
hoses.
my
Why am I
God,
thinking
I
of
swear
horses?
to God.
Oh my god, cave horses. What if you were trapped by a cave horse?
You know what? I'm
I
just
wonder
gonna
how
not
they
worry about
pull
it.
you out. Like, probably just have you to wing it, Make some big complicated thing. Can't imagine there's a machine made just for
Not
pulling
to
scuba
actually
divers
start
away from
smoking
cave
this
horses.
cigarette.
Although, who knows? What happens down there? Ah, focus, May. Maybe I should just wing this too? Just do it
ADHD
fast so I
brain.
don't overthink it.
Yay.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, tie the racket to the turny thing and then tie that to the fan, but how am I going to keep the fan from rolling up like a big fanfish? Okay, sorry, Naomi, I have to put you upside down like a vampire. I think they used to bury vampires upside down so that when they tried to dig out of their coffins, they'd just dig down because ha ha ha, stupid vampire. Now you're in the center of the earth and you died. Again. I certainly had a plan. I'm a genius of my own destruction. This is very ADHD brain right here.
Alright,
this looks
now
great.
all I need to do is just flip the switch, smash cut to
Let's
outside
burn
the
this
house.
woman's house down.
Smash cut to outside of the house, like burning.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry. I'm like an engineer, or whoever makes machines. A machine engineer. All right, let's give this baby a go.
Okay, done.
What?
I think I fixed it. Now let's see what we've got here.
Yeah, we did.
What did you do?
I engineered an elegant long-term solution. Yep, long-term solution. God damn it.
Way to go, May. Please don't fix anything ever again.
Can't
Like,
promise anything.
don't even have a pet. Anything you have to maintain.
Oh, friggin' crap. It was totally gonna work. This is so typical.
I'm going to check the exit. Wait here. Pooch says looks more like a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah.
Yes. Damn it. Well, we're locked in. I knew this was gonna happen. Stupid, stupid bee.
You want me to hit the old lady with a hammer? Not a hammer. A bat? We have a bat. We have that at our disposal.
We can't hit her because we're stuck downstairs. We're
But
down
if
here.
we hit the door with some kind of long, blunt object over and over again...
Maybe.
I had a dream about this once. I think I can work this out. See if you can yell.
That's not gonna work.
Good, I've been smoking for a while.
Mrs. Miranda! Yep, didn't work. Well, this knob is really old and loose. Maybe I can, like, figure this out.
I'll look around too.
Yeah, you go look around a whole bunch. Nope.
Nope.
You still don't get to use the bat.
Oh,
I know how much you crave destruction, but you're just not gonna get it.
I really want to use that bat. One thing she could hear is this furnace when it was broken. Broken things need to be broken.
Now,
Now the machine will work. This
Well-
one's not gonna fly.
it looks like a little robot, actually. Like,
does,
it's got, like,
the
the eyes
face.
and face,
Yeah, I was thinking
like,
that
eyes
too.
and mouth there. That's cute.
Eh.
But yeah, go ahead
Hey.
and go grab that bat now, I think.
Oh, can I?
I think so.
It's broken time. Well, it's the one tool I do know how to use. A tool for beating ass.
Oh. Oh god, that is very loud. One sec.
Okay.
I'm gonna very quickly turn down the volume in the mixer.
Okay.
Because it looked like that part was peaking.
Oh god.
Kind of,
Oh,
like,
no.
not hard peaking, but it's going into the yellow.
Righto. There it goes. Perfect. Suck it, you piece of crap furnace!
Wow, that is pretty loud.
Yeah, jeez.
Surprised I can't hear that back in town. Okay, cool, she's coming, thank god.
Thank me? More like... Oh, more
Hey,
like...
Mrs. Miranda, you locked us in.
Well, that was fun.
Uh-huh.
You alright? She gave us lemonade.
Yeah.
It's such a nice night out.
Lovely.
What's up?
Nothing, just tired.
I feel you.
Worked all day.
I'm all hyper.
Good for you.
ADHD, baby. Ugh, you are zero fun.
Yep.
You need, like, some magical shit to, like, give you a new perspective. Have you tried acid?
Let me know when that happens, and yes, I have. It did not go well.
Oh,
Wouldn't want to miss that. I think you want to, like, gather up all the fireflies and then bring them back or
oh,
something.
righto.
I think. Not 100%.
Seems like it kind of tracks.
There was a conversation earlier in the chat about smoking indoors. Claudia said, I really hate the idea of smoking indoors, and yet part of me wants to argue with you because Chloe did it. Jusette says, yeah, sometimes I wonder if those kinds of laws would get passed today if they weren't already around. Some of that push came from the unsafe environment indoor smoking created for workers. Then apparently some states passed or expanded them quite a bit later than others, but still did. I think Arizona's restaurant bar smoking ban was in the past 10 or 12 years or so.
Yeah, I know that
Which
California...
That ain't surprising.
Yeah, I remember there was like some chain that like we'd like to go to in California because it was the only way we could go to it without bar smoke happening for like many years when I was a kid, and then eventually it was just like, you know, no longer an issue here. Come with me, friends. Illuminate my friend's life.
Wow. Are you like a firefly whisperer or something?
They're just like me, I guess.
That's... You're an interesting person, Borowski.
Granddad said being interesting is all you can hope to be.
Well, mission accomplished.
Woohoo!
This is nearly a Homer Simpson-esque woohoo. You know, I have to say this would have been much less exciting evening if you weren't along for the ride.
See, I'm good to have around.
I mean, certainly beat the shit out of a furnace.
I can beat the shit out of anything.
You should, like, channel that aggression you always have into something useful.
Yeah, Dr. Hank said way back I needed to repress it.
Repress? Not like learn to deal with it?
He specifically said repress. He's an Arizonan doctor.
Okay.
So, do you think Miss Miranda, like, pulled her husband's guts out? Isn't that what you do for mommies?
I don't know, May.
Do you think you'd have the stomach for it?
Nope.
Probably took a lot of heart.
Yep.
I wish she would explain it to us.
Get it, May.
She really wrecked them.
Okay, that probably stayed in place.
Yeah, that should stay where it belongs.
I'm leaving.
Hey, you gotta live your life.
Bye, this is me gone.
Hey, wait up!
You're walking back to town.
You've got a lot of gall to say that.
I'm calling the cops. He yanked his intestines out right through his nose.
A little hook.
All right, I forgot that's how they did it.
That's how they took the brain out. If they're taking the intestines out of the nose, that's just adding more.
I was gonna say that's also just more impressive.
Yeah, you
Like,
put the
that's-
hook in the anus for that.
That's like you know, you need like the Pee-wee's Playhouse music that.
I don't think that Pee Wee
I
Herman
know
owns
it's not.
that,
I know. I just that's where my mind went.
Okay. I think that's like a classical piece.
It
called
is.
Saber Dance.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
How's work?
You know, better than the glass factory.
It is? Oh, is it?
I mind. I've ran machines, but now I get to slice steaks and hawk salamis. I mean, it's easier on the back, that's for sure.
But like, do you like it?
I like having a paycheck.
That's fair.
Paychecks, the sweetest meats of all. What do you do tonight?
Oh, you know, stuff. Tired. Feel like I just did a day's work.
You know, there are places you can get paid for work these days.
Oh, really? In this economy?
Yeah, they call it working.
Huh. You kids with your slang.
Slang you can pick up at work.
Oh, yes, point made.
Keep talking to Dad.
Oh, okay. Oop. Oop. What about those boxes I asked about in the crawl space there?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Watch some TV with me? Come on. Sit on down with your old pat-pat.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Perfect time. Garbo Malloy is starting.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember the voice?
No, I don't.
You'll probably realize once I start doing mine.
Alright.
Ah, yes!
You know, we like to get political
There.
here.
Gotta do it! You gotta do it!
You hear about this new law on the books? Pirating a movie online, you know about that?
I do!
Punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
Wow! And here I've been trying to get in the hard way!
He has, folks.
Woo!
Wonder if pirate in a movie about first-degree murder earns you more person respect than one about grand larceny.
All I know is if they're not going to put, you know, any of the good films on Netflix, I'm gonna have to keep getting it from other countries.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Malloy.
I mean,
VPN.
VPNs ain't piracy.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I want to download them illegally. Hey, Malloy, you know what I think about that law?
What, Gobble?
That's a whopper.
Ah! Coming up next, stupid sandwiches.
God, that sandwich is so stupid.
Alright then.
Later, Dad. Whoosh.
Wee.
I love that rotation.
I hear the dog barking in the backyard,
Aw.
which means he's not getting enough attention from...
No, he is not. Let me in.
I'll say
Let me
this.
get in.
I think the game will let you know when they finally move the boxes out of the way.
Okay, but also I'm gonna do that every time just so I can be like, eh.
I just wanted to be sure if it was just for the joke or if you
For
were
sure.
actually getting annoyed at it.
Isn't it funnier if we just don't know the whole time, though?
You should check up on the chat.
Yeah.
Not this chat. I'm keeping up to the date with that, which Evie said a moment ago. Huge mood. Paychecks are delicious.
They are tasty.
Yes. Hey Punk, what'd you do tonight?
Got trapped in a basement. Beat up a furnace.
Right on, man. Night night.
Hey, that was fun. Let's do that again sometime.
You are pretty handy when it comes to breaking stuff.
I'm sure there's a job in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's called demolition. You can actually get a job doing that.
Holy shit, I found my calling.
Glad I could help you facilitate this. Oh, so I looked up people who attract insects. Seems to come down to a lot of heat and various odors.
We can't get enough of this.
Guess not. Good night, May.
Night.
You gotta get the shark one.
Yeah, one more. There we go. Can I play more Demon Tower?
If you want to. I'm not gonna make you play more Demon Tower. If you want to play Demon Tower, play Demon Tower.
Sure.
Demon Tower was fun. You could have continued though. You chose to. Oh wait, no,
No.
you did continue. Never
Yeah.
mind. Why'd you kill?
Oh, was he my friend?
I think that was an NPC that you could have talked to.
Whoops. My bad.
Were you taking the evil route in?
Yeah, I'm
in
taking
Demon
the
Tower?
genocide run, yeah. Alright, hip. No mercy run, excuse me.
G-Set said, bleh, demolition jobs expect you to remove certain things intact instead of just appeasing your urges to smash shit.
Oh, that's not cool.
And Evie said, how Dark Souls of you, Bree. That's exactly where my mind went to as well, Evie. I was like, oh, that doesn't bode very well for if you end up, like, deciding to actually play the Dark Souls games on stream.
No, not really.
No? I thought you were, like, kind of easing up to it.
Well, you were saying it doesn't bode well.
Oh, you
agreeing with
mean
that.
the boating.
Yeah, the foreboding, yeah. the bodosity of the whole scenario. Oh, what the hell? Yep. Yep. There he goes. Eh. Eh. Appears to be some kind of puzzle with the blood, I imagine.
Oh, I don't know if it's actually much of a puzzle, to be honest.
Don't run into it.
I think the typical way to get through this is you just
Break stuff.
you just go through the level until you find a key.
Oh, right on.
Is the main thing.
I can find a key.
I
That'll be easy.
think the blood is like a river that you can't cross.
Oh.
Is what it is.
I see. Alright, come here, friends. Eh. Dunzo. You're nothing. Who are you? You're nobody. Get out of my way.
Looks like there's arrows pointing downwards though. I think. I think those are supposed to be arrows.
Nope. Can't go down.
I'm glad you're kind of taken with Demon Tower a bit, like that you wanted to go back to it and just and didn't just do what I did, where I like kind of ignored it for the majority of the game.
Well, that's cute. I like it.
It is like I am very glad that they put this into the game. Like there's still some more enemies around.
Got him. Where's the key? Show me.
There's another wizard to the left.
Oh, wizard.
Or, I guess not a wizard. It's just
Floaty boy.
plague
Who would win,
doctor.
a wizard or 5 floaty boys? There.
Depends. Where are the floaty boys like fighting with?
I don't know.
Or not so much fighting against, but like what's their artillery?
I imagine they're equally armed by whatever means, but they, they be floating though. Is the difference?
Can you dash across the river? Because I think there's a doorway down to the right.
Oh, let me give it a go.
Because I think that's.
Oh yeah.
Try dashing. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
okay. Righto. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ow.
You fool.
Hello, friends. Got him.
Jusette said, I want to break things. Yeah, well, we have big machines for that. Now spend an hour pulling nails out of floorboards so they can be resold.
Pretty much.
Did you get the key out of there?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I used to know someone who worked in, like, clearing out the houses that, like, people die in. Just rich old people die in a house full of, like, untouched electronic
Dash.
products and...
Free dash.
Sorry, I was forgetting what button it was. But, like, the idea was, you know, whatever you clear out is yours to take. So, I came by his place, like, a week after he started that job.
Uh-huh.
And it was just, like, fancy new couch. Oh god, I died. Fancy
sure
new
did.
couch, like, stupidly amazing table, couple of, like, you know...
It's like
real-
one of those deeply morally, like,
Yeah.
troubling problems to run into.
Yeah,
where it's
they
like,
didn't pay their rent, so clear it all out. And, like, you know, like, he had, like, one of the early, like, screen-touch tablets and stuff, and I'm watching this, like,
Uh-huh.
god damn, dude. And then he looks up from the glow of his brand new, like, neon camel sign, which is probably quite telling of how, again, a bit
I think
morbid,
I remember you
but-
telling me about that specifically.
Yeah. And he was just like, so, how's it going? I was like, what did you do? Did you rob, like, the shittiest razzmatazz? What are you... Okay, there we go. Got it.
This doesn't seem like a
I'm not
game-
doing well,
I was gonna say, it doesn't seem
Yeah.
like a game you do well when you're...
but I'm, like, telling a story, yeah.
One,
not
when
really.
you're telling a story, and two, when you're high.
That's fair, too.
I think that's the big thing that I was gonna put a pin in and
There is
say,
a
like, that's
possibility
probably...
that contributes.
Weed does not assist
There's
with
nothing
that.
more to do here right now.
It depends on the video game. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts.
Yeah, if I'm playing Rez, forget about it, I'm amazing, but... Speaking of, music game.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Play some bass. Yeah, let's hear Go Get That Angel Face.
Whoa, no. No. No way I'm gonna
Aw,
play that
come
one.
on.
Too embarrassing. Oh, come on.
Boring. You can't just open that avenue and then say no.
There we go. Alright. Little music.
Uh-huh.
Whoop.
Was where we used to play. As we pace our time away. Wanna die anywhere. Do, 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 do. God, this song rules.
It's good. It's cute.
Like, this is the song that, from this game, that, like, has stuck with me the most. As someone that, you know, lived in a place that she did not like for 20 some odd years.
I can relate.
and was actively trying to get out of, yeah. Like you said, you can relate, you know what's up. very new wave song too. I think that's the other thing I really like about this song.
Yeah.
It gives off very heavy like Joy Division, Old Smiths
Definitely.
vibes to it. Everybody sing along at home!
That voice got me.
Just imagining like a kid show host just
Yeah.
like, yes, everyone at home sing along and let's go die somewhere else. That's not here.
What's dying?
That's when your life leaves your body.
It's gonna do what?
It's going to leave your body, young
Oh,
Jeremy.
no. Not bad considering I don't know how to play this song.
Someday, somewhere in the future, you're going to be dead in the dirt.
Also, that's really sticking with me. I know
You have
that's
to go to bed.
I know that's supposed to be like canonically sort of a, an awareness of the fact that you haven't learned that song in game, but like also that's kind of a mood for me, is like accomplishing something and going, I did pretty well considering I can't do that, despite the fact that I did, and I just can't give it the qualifier.
Consider that this character probably has very low self-esteem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I relate to that.
Oh,
Like, I
gotcha.
get that.
Gotcha.
The whole like, look, I did a great job. Too bad I can't do it. Wow, this painting is amazing. It's too bad I suck at art, right? Oh man, this song is great. I can't mix for shit.
And he said, yeah, both Die Anywhere Else and Weird Autumn are bangers.
They really are.
Certified straight bangers.
Whee! More music.
Yep, yeah, to find the musicians again.
Musicians, come out and play!
Alright.
Where you at, friends?
Not what I was expecting. So yeah, there'll usually be a guiding light in the corner that kind of tells you where you need to go to.
Uh-huh. Hello, friends. Oop.
So,
Bottles clinking.
yeah,
Thank you,
there
Evie.
we
You
go.
get it.
So you want to go downward.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
trying. I'm
Well,
stuck on
you
something.
probably need to find a different route to get to it.
I suppose I do.
You know, you don't just run into a wall over and over again in a building and be like, there should be an exit here. How do I get out if I
I mean,
just...
that's basically how we played Final Fantasy. Remember when we got stuck in that house?
That was me.
Yeah. So I imagine that you could,
Yes, that I could relate, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that was different. I wasn't
I'm
just
gonna go
standing
here.
still. I was actively looking. Also, this is a dream sequence, Dusty. To answer your question.
Yay. Alright, put you on there. These are really nice little segments. I like them.
They are. I appreciate that
Boing.
as well. You need
Boing.
to be heading down to
Boing.
find what
Down.
you're looking for. Yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah. See? Oh, there's a drop down here.
Oh, I
Yeah.
I see.
That's like the one problem I think why a lot of people get stuck on these is because of the lighting. It
Maybe.
makes it a little bit hard to always make out where the different planes are.
Totally fair.
You know, the baby Jeebus walking
I
on
am.
water.
I'm Beeba Jeeba.
Earlier, your mom was giving Diggory a bath and
Uh-huh.
like walked out with him like wrapped in the towel to dry him off and everything, and I was like, the baby Jeebus has risen on this day. Just because it kind of looks like they're like
It does, yeah, the way
going
that
to put
Diggory
like
got wrapped up in a towel is, yeah.
like she's gonna put a baby in the manger, just
Yeah.
like look at the sweet Christ child here to
Look
save
at
us.
the small Borkin
So
Jesus.
up and to the right is
All
where
right,
you
sure.
need to be gone.
Okay. Behold, the small Borking Jesus. He hath risen.
This is Jesus' first Sona, born on this day.
Sounds dope. Alright, go up here, go up here. There we go. Alright.
Keep on
Boing.
heading up.
Boing. Yep. There's gotta be a better way. There we go. That's it.
I think so. So keep on going up to the left now.
Follow the guiding light. Sing along, kids. Here we go.
Claudia says, isn't Aslan Jesus' persona, or is he not Anthro a lot enough? I think that's the character that I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the line from Narnia.
Oh.
I mean, you're not wrong, Claudia. It's just neither of us have read the Chronicles of Narnia, so...
Squirrel.
So the Jesus metaphor is lost on us from that. Also, weren't we talking about this last time and like Jesus having personas? And how
It's
like
funny how cyclical these things are.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how like we thought like the more accurate like persona for Jesus would be like a lamb or something, and then we were like, yeah, but it'd probably just be like, you know, a lion or like a pig or something like that.
Yeah,
if
the church would change it. Yeah. Hello.
And Dusty says the game is about personas. It's only natural. It's
That's
fair. Mom Dotson said Jesus is hardcore furry and only has feral sonas. Oh man.
I identify as having rabies, and I want
Yeah.
everyone to. God, what a time on Tumblr.
Hello, I am
huh?
Jesus Christ, and I identify as a rabid raccoon.
Wait,
Yes, I am going to bite your dog.
if I had a Sona, it would be Sharkle.
You sure about
White
that?
City.
I don't know.
Hey, thank you for the resubscription,
Oh.
Sass.
Thank you,
6
thank
months. 6 months of being a sub. I want to dom, says Sass.
Oh, here's some Beatrice lines.
Hey. Got a call from Mrs. Miranda. Apparently she's upset that we messed up her basement. Whatever. She didn't pay us to clean it up. I'm at work all day. Just saying, if you want to say hello. I'm here to be helloed at. Sass says, how are both of my friends playing Night in the Woods? Wait, who else is... Are other people streaming Night in the Woods currently?
Oh, that timing, darn it. Oh, this one's for you, hon.
Oh. Hey, boyo. I work all day. Very bored. Work sucks. Crap Falcon bit more like it.
So part of me wants to, like, we know the devil this and keep it perfectly balanced, but on the other hand, I want to spend more time with,
You definitely don't have to keep it perfectly balanced. This is a game
because I don't like
made
his
to-
friend. His friend is a dick. He's amazing. His friend is a dick. So let's hang out with me again.
Let's see. Oh, apparently Flameless is playing it. Flameless Night.
Awesome.
Did some art for Sayus. Just a general art friend of hers. But yeah, it does make sense. Pining for the fall. It's like the perfect time. We're right at the end of summer. Everyone's like, tis the season.
Yeah.
I have a link. What does Jay think of it? We're gonna find out. Oh man, that's great. What's wrong, Frederick Kuhn? Could it be you're craving the consciousness of your girlfriend that you killed that lays dormant in me?
Wow.
Holy fuck. Yeah, that's real good.
Oop.
And she's also just Sass's IRL friend.
Oh, awesome.
Wait, before we continue with that, there's chat to catch up with.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's see. Claudia said, I wouldn't particularly recommend Narnia to people or anything. Dusty said, in a modern version of Narnia, Santa would be an antagonist. That's, yeah probably. Mon.Zone said the Dom is the friends we made along the way.
Aw.
Probably like only one or two of the friends that she made along the way. That everyone is very envious of whoever their partner is. Just like, god damn it. Let's see. I think that's the majority of stuff. Okay.
Totally, what's up, Summers?
You know what's good?
Off the top of my head.
One's your choice.
These are all pretty bad. Yeah, this is the more euphoric answer, I guess. Not bleeding on your seat in junior high.
I was gonna see those fruit snack thingies we used to eat in grade school.
Oh, right. Yeah, those are really good.
Did that other thing happen to you?
Nope.
Anyways, wanna hear a new poem?
Sure.
Sometimes I like fruit snacks out by the train tracks.
Decent.
A juice box and headphones. I enter the juice zone.
Geez, those are like all I want now. You made them sound so real. I can taste the atomic dino snacks and their blue clear squeezer.
Thanks.
More.
I think Mr. Chazakov's up there again.
Oh, really?
He's gonna fall right on this stoop one day.
Hey, after we're done talking to Summers, we can totally get that thing correct and do it right this time.
Yes.
Yay.
I can see the water tower from my back window. Seen a fire up by there the other night. Wonder who was up there. Okay.
That's
So, yeah, do you remember how to get onto the telephone wire from here?
almost. Well, I can just get on up, get on up, get on the scene. Get on up, like a sex
I think
machine.
the trick is you have to, like, do it from by your house.
Alright, we gotta go, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Boing.
Although I think you do have a triple jump.
It's true.
So, I think if you time it right on this porch here, you have to be running.
Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Yay!
You made it.
Good idea, hon.
Not a problem. Glad I could provide it to you.
Alright. Wait. Okay. Damn it. Wait,
You can do this. All right.
hold on. Alright.
We need to get like a drum roll for the soundboard. Like just one that
Yes, we
continuously
do.
loops so you could just press a button and be like, all right, do the thing.
That would be interesting.
It just never stops. Vaporowski.
Yep.
Up here on my roof.
Yep, I'm a criminal.
Come to hunt down some Dustystars.
Definitely.
Come have a look. So yeah, the trick is you just
Ah, my eyes again!
filter.
Gonna be
So you
blind by
gotta-
the time I'm
You
30.
just gotta look around for the stars that you're looking for.
Those.
I think they'll be lit up, is the thing.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, there you go. That's what the trick is. So try going down. I think you're on the right track to whichever star you need to highlight. There
the
you
one.
go. That's you.
boom! Found one.
Let's see. Ah, yes. Simone the Fighter.
She got a gun.
Simone lived in a good land. But under every good land are the roots of oppression.
Remember that.
And in this land, those roots took hold
Yes.
and choked out all else.
Woof. Jeez.
It happens faster than one can imagine. Anyway, when the borders closed and the curfew began, Simone and her comrades began to plot. They infiltrated, sabotaged, freed prisoners.
Very nice.
Simone was one of the first to be identified, but she evaded capture even as the wanted posters went up. As whispers of her grew throughout the land, more and more of her neighbors prayed in the night that Simone would be their salvation.
Yo. Was she?
We do not know where Simone is buried.
Aw, god damn it. I knew this wasn't going to be happy.
We do know that when things boiled over, she led a charge against the palace gates, and behind those gates were cannons.
Oh no.
Many years later, when the mass graves were exhumed, her bones were mixed with so many others, it was said that she now lives on in the bones of all in her country.
Jeez, that got dark. And sad. And spooky.
That is history. So yeah, now look around for some more. Yeah, mass graves indeed. Shouts out to Simone. To the right there.
There it is.
There you go.
Found one, found one, found one!
Let's have a look. Sterling the Seer.
How come I've never heard of these guys?
By the time they got to these rare stars, the well-known myths and legends were taken.
Huh.
This one, Sterling, is a tale of the world changing and leaving one behind.
These are all gonna be bummers, huh?
That is not for me to say. Is it a bad thing for the world to move on?
Well, I mean, this guy probably doesn't think so.
Either way, one day, his king met a new sage, an astronomer,
Ooh.
and she showed the king how the planets and stars orbit in regular patterns and why. And the king kicked Sterling out of his quarters, for the seer had long told the king.
He's like swimming around in a room full of like, you know, American quarters, just like, it's like, hey, you, get out of there. I'm kicking you out of there. Get out of my quarters now. All right, fine. I just wanted to swim like Scrooge McDuck. Jesus Christ.
A different story about the stars.
Did Sterling believe his own story? Did Sterling believe his own story?
I believe he did.
Well, that's how things go.
Is there no responsibility to care for those who labors, even one's universe, are suddenly replaced with a new one? Are they obsolete?
No.
What is to be done then?
I don't know. Isn't there some other job the king could give him? Or some way? Where he doesn't have to be useful to the king? In order to survive?
It's one to ponder. The stars, they make one think. That's both of them for today.
Neato.
So yeah,
Now we know how to do that.
yes. So,
Wow, that was pretty great.
Ludism intensifies. Come by again. Couple days. We shall hunt the stars.
Yay. Alright.
Oh, check out your journal.
Oh, yes. Well, I got some new stuff. Sterling.
And Simone. Train Sterling to write
Working.
web apps. Yeah, exactly.
Who makes a mummy? Your
See, just
angry
put
furnace.
put Sterling on one of those, you know, like 3-month like jam sessions of, you know, of learning the code.
Yeah,
Then we'll put him to use.
absolutely. Boing, boing.
And yeah, same Eevee. Mr. Chazikov is up there as one of my favorites too.
Boing, 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 boing.
Like, Mr. Chazikov is like the good teacher that you had in school that you think back on occasionally and are like, damn, that person was actually cool, and that was a fucking based teacher that I had there, and I just was too young and dumb to be aware of it.
It's a real mood.
Also, welcome to the stream, Halbert Barn.
Hey, dude. Hello. How's working here going? I don't know. It pays. I, refuse to unload all that rock salt by myself. It's not even Halloween yet. Okay.
Hey, May. Can you get off the store counter, please?
How's the pickaxe?
Trying to kill me, just like you are. Unsuccessfully. Thus far, at least.
What's so stressful?
Well, on top of everything else and you being on my counter...
Again,
we're
not changing that goal.
We're hosting that stupid Harfest play tomorrow.
Oh, wow!
Yeah. I am never offering to do this again.
What are you up to tonight?
Nothing. I'm super tired. Because everything about my life is exhausting. And I'm doing the work for 3 employees plus a store owner. Even though I'm 1 employee and I do not own this store.
Oh, weird. I thought for some reason you owned this place now.
You'd think. But also no. I'd rather die.
That's fair.
Literally, make me a coffin. Using materials and tools from this store. And bury me anywhere else.
Jeez, that got intense.
Anyway, I'm doing nothing tonight.
I can do nothing too.
Fine. So, are we doing this?
Let's hang out.
Hey, B. Hi, May. Hi, Germ.
Hey, dude.
Germ is helping me move stuff from under the cash table. Well, I'm knocking off work early to pick up some groceries. Wanna come?
Sure. Shopping time.
She said, yeah, the teachers that didn't yell at me or give up on me were cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Ready to go?
Absolutely.
Yeah, got a lot of hammers. Holy shit, there are so many kinds of nails.
Alright then.
He's like something out of a children's book. About whenever the hell he is. Dinner at B's.
Welcome to Dinner at B's. This place killed the food donkey.
Yeah, kinda.
Food.
You know, no one who works here had anything to do with that.
True.
Okay. I need to grab a few things quick.
Oh, I thought we were gonna hang out.
We are hanging out. Just here to grab something for dinner for me and Dad. Don't feel like doing the big shop tonight.
Let me pick out what we have.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you coming to dinner?
Can I?
I guess.
Are you asking?
I wasn't. But now it feels weird not to.
I'll pick out what we eat then.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah.
You know I'd go for it. I hate shopping. Need a main course and 2 sides.
Fancy. Or what counts as a main course. Let's do that.
You can stop back in the meat section once you pick out whatever else.
What about dessert?
We're not kids. Listen, it's okay to have desserts every once in a while.
Appetizer?
We're on a budget, May.
Okay. You hang out and I'll be right back.
Just make it quick and not too horrible. Also, Dad's sensitive to broccoli.
No broccoli. What do they have here? What a clean store. Very nice. Mac and cheese, tasty taters, mashies, smooth. Nice rice.
What are you feeling?
Rice is a good base. Nice rice.
Nice rice.
Yeah. Boy, delicious.
Yeah, see? Halbert Barn makes a fair point. We became adults, so we can have dessert whenever we want.
That's fair.
So, quick skits. Cream greens.
I don't know if that contains broccoli. I get bakey shaky, what goes well with meat?
this is on you, Bree. You're
Sure.
playing this game, and
All
this
right.
is not one of those like heavy decision-based things. You can kind of just do whatever.
Righto. Green spinach? Sure.
Yeah, spinach is fine. It's just
Weird.
broccoli that's no good.
Okay.
And Claudia asks, what in the world are cream greens? Which I believe that answered.
Yo, they've got Tash. Oh, they got GB chicken heads. Oh my god.
Is that supposed to be chicken heads? No, it's
Cream and chicken soup. It seems like a side. No.
Hey, what's up, B?
Hey!
Welcome to the
Welcome,
stream. How
welcome.
you doing today? Succotash.
Oh.
Succotash. What is succotash?
I don't know. Delish. Apparently it's delish.
Also, B said, girls, did you hear Abbott got the fucking Rona? Yes, I did.
Yo!
Politician.
Awesome.
I know you don't actually know who Abbott is, but
When you say politician, that makes me
yeah,
happy to
exactly.
hear.
The type of thing that's like, oh, a politician got Rona? Great.
My
Glad
dad
to
works
hear.
at the deli. We could go there for the meats.
Huh?
It's you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got lost in the Rona.
Uh-huh. Boing.
May, for the love of God, stop jumping around.
This is you and me shopping, though, isn't it?
Not really. You don't like jump around. What are you talking about?
I have a bit of a flourish, and you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm here too. Let's get it done.
No, yeah, I'm definitely like always ready to not be shopping anymore.
Yeah.
Ahoy there, ladies.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, B. Long time no see. How are you, Mr. Browski? Can't complain. Just me and the meats.
Just you?
Oh, not always, but tonight, yeah. Just me beating these meats back here.
Okay, well,
True.
still, weird seeing you here.
Beats the alternatives. Beat the meats. Hey.
I think I saw my old music teacher when we came in.
Oh yeah, that was Mr. Armistead.
Looks like it's his job to say hello to people.
Yep, called a greeter. I knew I recognized him from somewhere.
Alternatives?
Not working.
Oh,
So, what are you lovely ladies doing here? Just grabbing something for dinner. How's your dad? Alright. What can I get for you ladies? Alright, let me catch up on
Shit.
chat.
can't go wrong there.
Let's see. Evie was saying that stuff was a lot more fun before it became clear those assholes would get jammed full of antibodies, be basically fine, and then go on their way, continuing to be assholes. However, I do hope he does the big oopsie, nonetheless. Same here. That's the thing. It at least gives you an avenue to be like, oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
and like V said, please eat it, please eat it. No
Please eat
whammies, no whammies.
And stop! Okay.
Yay!
Yay! Do I want to pull the trigger on these meats? I'll fucking do it! I'll do it, chicken! Don't fuck with me!
The chicken is already dead, May.
I know! Just leave me alone, man! I gotta think! Anyway. Yeah, let's do it.
And Chusette said, grocery store, you mean the anxiety maze? I
Yeah.
disassociated in the grocery store long before the pandemic. If anything, the mask made it easier.
I mean, I wore a mask in a grocery store in general before any of that happened, just because traditionally I used to shop in the morning or at night, and there's just, I don't know, there was always something in the air, and it just...
I just don't like... I mostly don't like the act of shopping when it's...
It would be more fun if there weren't other people there.
Whenever it's like something that like I have to shop for, I'm just like, I want to get this done. I want to be back home as soon as possible. If I'm just fucking around and like there's no pressure to do anything, that's fine. It's when it's grocery shopping and necessities like that where I'm just like, let's just go get it done with. I want to be out of here in like half an hour at
That's fair.
most.
I remember when I was the primary cook, it was the fun of going like, woo, I get to select all of these produces, and hey, how about I make this? I didn't know they made tacos out of this. Let's pick this up. You know, I'm very food-minded, so when it was more, our budget was only I was cooking and trying to find easy to throw together stuff, I liked getting creative, so it gave me that little avenue of like, hey, why not?
I think it's a very, like, kind of ADHD thing with my brain. Like Evie says, I find grocery shopping very dull, and I think for me it's because it's all just very, like, going through the motions, and it's not a thing that, like, my brain, that, like, triggers any kind of like happy juices in my brain.
Sure.
My ADHD is just like, get this done with. Like you're only here because if you're not here, you're not eating for the week.
Yeah. Whereas my ADHD is like, yo, they've got like pulled jackfruit taco meats. What if we just made tacos? And you're like, Brie, just for the love of God, get what we need.
I'm ready for this to be done.
But
I want to go home.
We make it work. It's like a mix of the two.
You should come by for dinner sometime.
At the Ham Panther?
At home, May. I'll grill up something nice. We can chop up just about anything back here.
That would be nice, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's get our meats.
Coming right up.
Alright, dinner decided.
I'm not even looking at what you got. That is how straight up tired I am.
It's gonna be great.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Alright, ladies, let's see what all you got. Yes, okay. Looks completely 100% okay.
Alright, thanks, Mr. Borowski.
Tell your dad I said hello.
See you later, Dad.
Night, ladies.
That was fun.
Yep. Groceries. Really makes you appreciate life.
Your sarcasm isn't valid. Shopping is fun.
Oh god, this is just us.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Woohoo.
I'll say
It's
since
been
things
so long that I like genuinely forgotten. It's like, oh fuck, that is just the dynamic we have.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like before lockdown year, I was
Yeah.
like super okay with being out and about, and like
Yeah.
I was way more pumped. Dinner time.
Dinner time.
Here we go.
This is okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's alright.
Thanks.
You want to take the dad, actually.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Thanks.
You did fine, May. Thanks.
Can't go wrong with meat and carbs. Thank you, May. I'm really good at food, or I don't know if I've mentioned this. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I got a really good grade in home ec back in high school. I made this shirt. Hey, can you go fix my pants? Any money in it?
Dad, we can get you some new pants. So yeah, we're all paid up until the 15th of next month.
Alright. That rock salt sorted?
Yeah, should be fine.
Is Rob still driving that big truck?
As far as I know. Okay, I need you to sign some things. Left them behind in the bar.
I think I might just get to them.
Please do. You have to pay the guys in a few days.
I don't need you to remind me.
I know, but
I don't, Beatrice. Whose name's on the deed?
yours, Dad.
Whose name's on the checks?
Yours.
Smelter's playing tonight.
We're gonna go hang out in my room.
Yeah. You girls have a nice time. Thanks for dinner, May. Yep.
Mom.zone said Iris in and out always makes the slide whistle sound in my head.
Yeah.
See, I used to have a slide whistle, and I'm bummed out that I don't have that slide whistle
Yeah.
anymore. We'll have to acquire a new one once we move.
Well, we will have to do a clown stream.
That's
post-move,
true.
so
we
have
kind
a
of
good
just need
excuse.
to for the clown stream.
Smelters, huh? Are you a fan? I like hockey. Hockey? Psh. What's not to like about hockey? A bunch of men prancing around on ice skates and beating the living crap out of each other. I can't get excited about a puck. But But it's like expected that someone is going to be bleeding by the end. No sportsmanship in it. How is what I described not sportsmanship? Alright. Man doesn't like beating shit out of people.
Juice that says, guess they're in fictional Pittsburgh, or at least near it. Judging from the fact that their sports team is the Smelters.
Oh.
Or the nearby one.
Didn't know it was a valid name for a thing.
Well, I mean, that's not the name of the actual Pittsburgh team, but it's like Steelers.
Oh, righto.
Yeah.
Did you guys just move in?
10 months ago.
Why aren't you unpacked?
Fucking God.
Pretty cool record player.
Just the fact that she doesn't even say anything in response.
It's a nice touch.
You can just kind of tie the knots there of like, they're probably not going to be there for much longer, huh?
Well, with him going, don't worry, I've got the payments, yeah. I guess I could feel that.
Yep.
It's a cool little record player, as far as record players go.
Those my mom's.
I don't have any records. I don't get records.
My mom was into them. They were retro and she was at my age.
A retro now.
That's how retro works.
So I've got a question.
Uh-huh.
Your dad's kinda up and down, huh?
He has good days and bad days. Often in the same day.
Haha, Greg's always been like that too. Just more zany about it.
Well, Greg is probably bipolar.
Gee, thanks, Dr. B.
Whereas my dad is having a years-long break.
You run the whole store now, right?
More or less.
Yeah, but it's still his name on everything.
Yep.
And meanwhile, you're running basically everything.
Yep. And working there every day too. Yep.
I just think you shouldn't.
Okay.
I would probably just quit. Or like, take over the store. Like, you not doing anything about it just reinforces.
Is this really the road you want to go down with this?
I'm saying it's not right that you just roll over and take it.
Take it? Take it?
You're doing all the work and he's getting all the credit.
Oh, go to hell.
Why? What is your problem?
Okay, here's some reality for you. You know repair guy Creek at the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you met him when we were kids. When I was 15, he asked my dad if he could teach me how to drive. And my dad said no, and then told me not to be alone with him.
I don't follow.
He's a creep, May. And you know what? Still works for us.
What? Why haven't you fired him?
I can't fire people. And even if I could, he's on the crew. And frankly, he's our best guy. Practically heads up the repair team. Since my dad's barely doing anything. And Creek's got a family. And he needs the work.
I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, me too. I am really familiar with that feeling.
I'm just saying, if you keep letting these dudes off the hook...
Off the hook?
Like, you're stronger than this, B. You're like badass and shit.
You... Badass. My mom dying was not very badass. Me sitting in this room right now is not very badass.
Okay, sorry.
You are such a shithead, you know that.
What the hell?
What the hell? A lot of time, folks can't just choose to do whatever it is you decree to be the right thing. A lot of times, people do the things they do because they can't do anything else.
Neither of these are true, but I'll take this one. You always have a choice.
Says the child woman with no job, no rent, no responsibilities, and no consequences for your stupid actions. I am seriously going to punch your goddamn lights out. You come in here and start telling me how I'm screwing things up. You want to come in here and say, oh yeah, just ditch your dad, who is both getting old and can barely get off the couch half the time. You want to come in here and say, oh yeah, just start this big drama and make your life way more stressful.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, what are you saying then?
Ugh, I don't know anymore.
Like, Greg is probably off doing God knows what wacky shit right now. I'm here making dinner and doing payroll. You know, like nothing about my life. You just know what I should do, and you're the last person I'd ask for advice.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry. Everyone's sorry. But you don't get it. It's like last night. You get to play around in garbage and break shit and everything works out.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
While I'm stuck in the corner fixing the furnace.
But I helped. I should go.
You should go.
Okay, anyway. Chicken dinner, like mom.
Alright, and with that scene, now I can catch up on chat again.
There you go.
Okay. So, Halibut Barn said, yeah, the writers did base it on places they lived in Pennsylvania, specifically.
Oh.
Claudia said earlier about the packed boxes, I definitely don't have packed boxes after 4 years in my apartment. Mm-hmm. Evie said, there's a minor league hockey team in my town, and at one game I saw they were losing so hard that both teams just sent a guy out to fight on the ice for the fun of it.
Oh god.
I think that's... And then Mom.Zone says, May is such a dick in this scene, OMG, and Claudia follows up saying, especially considering what it is they say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Okay. What's up?
Long day.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, socializing.
You were working, I was shopping, we were totally doing the same amount of effort. Surprisingly tiring sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I don't do much of it. Pleasant surprise seeing you at work tonight.
Yeah, I can't believe I hadn't visited yet.
Well, you haven't been back long. And you're not usually lurking at the Ham Panther.
Who's to say I'm not?
Well, it was nice seeing you anyway.
Lurk.
Oh, Claudia was responding to Evie, saying how those two choices were basically the same thing.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, sometimes in conversations it just feels like you really only have, like, one option, and it's just a matter of phrasing.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that, like, she talked herself into making a bad... You know, she should have withdrawn, is the real answer. It's just kind of realize, I was being
Yeah,
shitty.
I should just not even try to continue this topic. This is one of those nights where we should just kind of, like, vibe out in silence together,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
You seem a little stressed tonight.
Yep, a bit stressed.
Stressed about...
Oh, just stuff.
That's vague.
Well, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you spend a lot of adulthood being vaguely stressed.
Only vaguely? Oh, dang. I thought the stress would at least get more specific.
Oh no, you'll have that too. Cheer up, kiddo. It's only life.
It gets worse, but then one day you get to die. Gee, thanks,
You
Pop.
have the sweet release of death. It's beautiful.
You make life sound amazing, Pop. So, how about those crawl space boxes?
Yeah, okay, I'll move them. TV time? Yeah, TV time. Always
Yeah,
spend your
okay,
TV time with
Sure,
that.
alright. Politics TV! We!
I mean, it's not always politics.
But, and we're back! Great crowd in there tonight.
We've never leave for too long, folks. Say, Gobble.
Yeah, Malloy?
Crowds like this remind me of our early days.
I disagree. None of them are angry and drunk.
Oh!
Most of them, anyway.
No, I mean those old nights, those good nights. Just the heat of the stage lights and the thrill of winging it like streamers or something.
And the gentle thump of an empty beer bottle thrown at your head. The sonic stream was wild.
These days, things are pretty cushy.
You think we're getting soft?
You sure are. Around the midsection.
That's a whopper. I'm very concerned about my health. Malloy, it's company policy to never body shame.
Oh, I never worry about that, Gobble.
Why is that, Malloy?
I'm what you call body shameless.
It's more a cricket chirp.
Coming up next, Gobble and I go to counseling.
You two are gonna do well in therapy.
He said, well, I like how the conversation was about how people do things because they can't do anything differently, and the game gives you two options that are substantially the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
You know what? That's a fair point. That's very interesting.
It is a very, very nice touch.
Friend, I feel bad, don't hate me. Hey B, are you there? Yep.
Yep.
I don't really know how I screwed that up, but I'm sorry.
It's fine. Going to sleep. See you later.
Okay. Yeah, you fucked things up, kid.
Yeah.
Hey, kid!
Heyo!
What you up to?
Nothing. Kind of bummed tonight.
Oh, why?
No reason. Just happens.
Must be going around. I just got into a fight with B.
Oh no! About what?
I don't even know. I think I'm just an asshole.
You and me both.
The asshole twins.
We can get matching jackets with that on the back. No fist,
Varsity jackets.
no fist bump.
Oh, sorry. With giant asshole patches on the sleeves. Alright, dude, I'm crashing out for the day.
See you later, duder.
There we go. There's a little mood
Evie
booster.
said, constructive criticism for me. You should figure out about how you screwed that up.
Yeah.
Be a good idea, good use of your time.
Yeah.
Really, to just take a moment and be like, how exactly did I fuck that up?
Yeah.
How could I have gone about that conversation more constructively?
We've all known someone like that, where it's like, they're at a point in their life where they don't get it, and they're just like, you know...
I mean, I wasn't even gonna talk about, like, knowing the person that did that. We've all been that person.
That's fair,
that,
too.
like, has tried to have that conversation and be, like, been like, just, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
How far are y'all into this? Because I might have to bail for spoiler reasons. We are in chapter 2. Like, this is the third night of chapter 2 currently. The weird autumn section. Like, it's right before the harvest festival thing is supposed to happen. Yeah, find those animals.
Yeah. Alright, we got you. Probably something I can climb on up here.
Yeah, there'll be something eventually. Listen to that lone violin play. Kinda miss playing the violin.
You played the violin?
Yeah, I never told you that.
I don't think you have.
I feel like I have. I was in like the string orchestra in like middle school.
I don't remember you ever bringing this up.
I feel like I probably have because I've definitely not on stream, but I feel like I've recounted to you the story of me accidentally hitting a friend in the face with a violin.
I don't remember this at all. I think you may have just spaced that one. Like,
Or maybe I only talked to like Courtney about it or
it might
something.
have been that. That
Sass
happens.
said, what do you think of me buying the... Oh, Sass.
Oh no.
I mean, you did come into PS5, so
Gotta really ring it out for all of the incredible things it can do. Really
it
get all that.
depends on how much that costs.
Yeah.
If it's anything more than $10, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do not pay anything over that for Crazy Chicken.
I know you want to test out the frame rate on that fancy new machine with only the highest quality games, but
It's 14? Nah. You have to wait you gotta wait for that to come down below $10. At the very least, that would be my standard for something that's essentially a joke. A joke buy.
it's 40% off.
Monhut Zone says it's 2 Crazy Chickens though. That's a bar. It's Crazy Chicken though. Sass, you streamed yourself playing through Crazy Chicken and you went through the whole library in like an hour. And that was like at least like 12 to 15 games. No, yeah, the stream was great.
No,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, for the amount of like time you can spend on Crazy Chicken versus the amount of money you're spending on it, even at like the rate of like $1 per hour or something like that, you would make like that Crazy Chicken game is worth like probably 15 cents or something like that of your time.
Probably.
And apparently it's sold by the devs.
Oh god.
So you're still missing one person.
Looks like they're on the right.
It's up into the reins.
Boing,
Claudia
boing.
says, I look at that and
Boing.
wonder, why is that on
Boing.
PS5 anyway? It's so they can get, like, as much money as possible out of a game that costs them, like, 2 quarters and a paperclip to make.
I imagine a paperclip might have worked itself into those
2
details.
quarters and a paperclip back in, like, the 90s to
Yeah.
make specifically. Because, again, Sass streamed those games, and, like, the first 3 games were basically the same, and that was back on, like... I can't even remember what the original console was, but
It's like
it
when
was...
you're a kid and you go to your friend's house who likes to play hunting flash games. It was like that.
How dare you besmirch the great German mascot Moorhuhn. Germany could come for my ass, I don't give a shit. It's like-
Traditionally, people don't.
I wasn't... You know,
What's
as...
Germany ever done? They can't hurt anyone. Come on. Come get us. Jay, that's a lot.
They've grown a lot since then, Bree. The Germans...
Historically speaking, a lot of people haven't been like, hey, Germany, come get us. I don't know. It seems like a bad idea. Telling an entire country anyway to come after you is a lot. Like, I'm involved in this too. I don't know.
It's
whatever.
okay, I don't think the entire country of Germany is going to come for me.
Oh wait, was that the doorbell? Excuse me. I come back. Jay, Germany would like a word with you. God damn it.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Whew.
Anywho.
Happy Halloween, dude. Get spooked or something. Away message. Annual harvest play tonight at the old pickaxe. Come out and see the haunted history of Possum Springs. Is the weed really kicking in for you right now?
Not kicking in, it's just still there.
Okay, it's just you gave me like the very high side
It's
eye.
kind of the, yeah, let's check that out. I don't know. It's
They
one of those
lose the
things where now
boxes.
I'm just like, oh, maybe I should hang out with my other friend and give some time after being a bitch.
Uh-huh. Well, you
wasn't
can't
be-
tonight.
Oh. It all safe. How am I gonna open this thing? Dynamite? No.
Sass quotes apparently an Amazon review of the PlayStation 5 Crazy Chicken game saying, "When I first heard of the PlayStation 5, I asked myself, why would I buy such a contraption? As I pondered to myself over the next few days, I came across a list of new PS5 releases, and at the top was this gem. After that, I coughed up $5,000 on eBay to get myself a PS5. When the PlayStation arrived, I immediately popped this bad boy in and haven't stopped playing since. So far, I've put in 6,000 plus hours into what I am claiming to be my game of the year.
Let's go,
Ivy, hi!
Hey,
welcome to the
everyone.
Stream Raiders. Happy to have you here.
Hope you're all
Welcome
having
to
a good
Breath of the
one.
Wild. I'm Jay. This is Bree. We're Wife City.
You said Breath of the Wild.
I'm Breath of the Wild? I said you're Breath of the Wild? I saw Breath of the Wild there. The lines in my brain connected the two.
Welcome to Night in the Woods.
This is Night in the Woods, not Breath of the Wild. We're
Slightly different.
We're variety streamers. We play a whole bunch of fun video games ranging from retro to modern stuff. And we hope you enjoy your time here.
Anywho, let's talk to Mom. Hey, Mom. Yeah, okay?
Sure, honey.
But, you're lying.
So, honey, do you feel like talking about school yet?
Okay.
So, what's the story?
I just felt like it wasn't where I should be.
Where you should be? What does that even mean?
Ugh, never mind. Let's talk about this later.
Any idea when you might want to do that? Because, honey, I'm all ears. I really am dying to find out why you decide to up and abandon all the plans we'd made as a family.
Jeez, Mom, where's this coming from?
You know you're the
The first Borowski to go to college. Yeah, Mom, I know. I only heard that since I was like 6.
Well, honey, we've been planning for it since you were born. Spent a good 18 years and got into all kinds of trouble just for you to decide you'd rather be here. Might as well have taken all that effort and money and worry and dumped it into a hole.
Do you like having one of your mood swings again?
like I'm the moody one in this house.
You are the moody one in this house.
Well, enjoy this house while we still have it.
What? What's happening to the house?
Maybe it just isn't where we should be.
Mom, this isn't funny.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. Why start now? Go off and do whatever it is you do.
You know what? Maybe if I'd had more examples of, getting out and making something of myself.
No. No. You do not get to...
Maybe you wanted me to get out of here, because you never got around to doing it yourself. Maybe I'm just the most recent failure in the line of failures that is our family. I'm leaving now. Yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah, Raina, it was a conversation. Also, welcome to the stream.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Hey, our friend, let's talk to her. Whoa, decorations!
Girl, you can't mess around on Halloween.
Jeez.
Want to hear a new poem?
Hell yes, I do.
Bats and moon against the gloom. The night is black. I made a snack.
Cool.
I microwaved pizza I'd saved. Though pizza cold is breakfast gold.
That's so true.
It really happened. Big Halloween fan here.
Yeah, me too, obviously. You going to Harvest? Harfest?
Nah, staying here for the trick-or-treaters.
You are a saint.
Harfest is dumb.
Really? I love it.
I mean, are you 8 years old?
No, I'm not. Okay.
Just all kinds of good vibes
yeah.
going around town today. In the last 24 hours.
You know, it's just been a fantastic day for me.
Let's see, let me catch up on chat here.
Yes, of course.
Let's see. Dusty said, remember long, long ago when game journals were writing about the end of Nintendo as a hardware maker? And they forgot the 3DS existed and was doing great. Evie said, honestly, I'm torn between SAS, no, it's a waste of your money, and yes, obtain that wretched piece of software and see whether there is anything worth obtaining in that luck. There isn't. SAS, there isn't. Don't do it. Don't buy it. Just don't buy it.
It's the same deceit.
It's literally just a remaster of the games that you played on your stream.
Yeah, don't play
it's not
Crazy
worth
Chicken.
Don't do it. Don't play Crazy Chicken.
Oh,
I'm gonna
is so
send
great
this
in
video back.
Harfesty.
I'm gonna send this video back to you in the past to be like, no, don't do it. Don't play Crazy Chicken.
So that video that you saw before you came here, this is what that was.
Yeah.
Which is
like,
basically just a less spooky Halloween. Whatever.
No, it doesn't matter that it has online play, Sass. Don't do it. Don't buy it. It's not worth your money.
You don't want to do it. It's so bad. I just want to head home and get ready for tonight. I could just do that. Or I could wander a bit. Take in the Harfesty air. Well, I'll get home when I do. Boing.
There's nothing of value in it, but also what if there is? There won't be! I can guarantee you that there will not be anything in there of value.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not a literal psychic, but I believe this one prophecy to be true. There's nothing of value in the PS5 version of Crazy Chicken.
There can't be anything there. You hyped for Harfest?
Harfest is pretty dumb, right? I'm gonna watch a bunch of old Dracula movies from the 60s.
That actually sounds really cool.
It is. Gonna get a pizza too. All to myself.
Wow, you have life way more figured out than I did at your age.
Really? What are you doing then?
Ruining my life.
Oh. Sorry for bringing it up.
Oh, it's fine. Just a thing that happened.
Oh, right. That thing.
Yep, that's my advice. Try not to have a thing.
Got
Yep.
it. Later.
Later.
I looked up gameplay. It looks exactly the same, except now the pre-rendered graphics are sharper. Exactly! Don't buy it! Don't buy it! Don't
do
all
it
of
to
you,
yourself.
no one in the chat, don't fuel the Crazy Chicken Renaissance. Don't do it.
Let our micro power as remote influencers convince you there's nothing to be seen there. Just don't. It's so bad.
What if your community will revitalize the Crazy Chicken community? Sass,
I don't want
like
us to be responsible for that.
Well, no, Mom.Zone was asking that, Sass.
Oh, okay.
What if I buy this?
Tina.
You know, I'll support you buying BB and Tina at the horse farm if that means you're not gonna buy Crazy Chicken.
I love Diet Barbie and Kelly. I love it. Just like not quite that thing.
Like, as long as that money isn't going to the, like, decades-long scheme that the Crazy
God.
Chicken people have run,
The grandma trap, yeah.
that's fine.
Happy Halloween!
That one's you too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hey, you too. You feeling spooky? Oh, extremely. Can't you tell?
No deeds are esteemed there.
Do your spooky face. Angus, you're just smiling. And it's adorable, not scary.
A smile can get very creepy over time. Like Bree is proving right now.
Nice effort, though. Oh. Cry away.
Look at this PS5 graphics.
Oh my god.
I mean, here's the thing. You also shouldn't buy that game. However, if this
You
is
shouldn't buy it even less than you shouldn't buy the
if
other.
this is an either-or situation, then I would go with the latter. instead of Crazy Chicken.
Yeah, we like to think that we specialize in decreased risk. Just saying, you know what, let's pick the less destructive option and buy the other one. The one that we haven't seen for ourselves is total garbo. Hey man, how's things?
Good. Harfest rush.
Oh, no one's in here.
You missed it. The horror.
Oh.
I done got horrored.
When is this place busy?
Morning is bad. Lunch is kinda bad. After I leave is bad. Christine, the owner, comes in then.
I don't think I've ever seen Christine.
I try to be out the door before she's clocked in.
Nice.
Anyway, you're here now, and I'm here now, and
We're both
it's
here.
a lovely day. And I was worried I'd have to smash these light bulbs all by myself. So,
Not with friends, you
What's
don't.
up?
Sure. What'd I miss?
just when Evie in the chat says BB and Tina at the horse farm is harm reduction. You know, I missed that Noam Chomsky talk. You know, I only ever see it about voting specifically, but I never saw his talk about BB and Tina at the horse farm.
I'm very interested in the light bulb smashing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yo! Uh-oh.
Saw you. You missed it.
Oh, alright, I
Gotta
got
be
it
on
now.
top of things.
Yeah!
Hell yeah. Boom!
Give me another. Give me another. Ow! Ow, jeez! Ah! No.
Actually, oh jeez, May. Actually, Reina, you missed it. We did a couple of nights of B before you and the rest of the raid from ISV popped in. You should try hitting it with the bat, you know.
There we go.
There you go.
Bam!
Bam!
Give me another. Give me another. Bam!
Now you're getting it. But blam!
Kablam! Let's go. Come on. Oh, dick! Ah, what the F? Give me that bulb. Yeah!
Once again, I ask, are you okay with what I've done? If it's buy Crazy Chicken for the PS5, no.
Yeah. 67 cents. Ah. Ah! Okay, I'm done. Or I lose an eye. How'd I do?
Smash, smash, Greg rules. Okay. So, what's up?
Nothing.
Alright. Later, Greg. I love you.
Thank you for being gay. I love that
Okay,
about
see,
you.
now that's a purchase, Sass. She got Demon Souls for the PS5.
There you go. That's how you do stuff.
It's a game that you've never beaten before. It's supposed to be good.
Yeah. You going to Harfest?
Nah, gonna watch the game.
Is there a game tonight?
Oh, no, but I was going to watch my favorite highlights.
Why don't you come on out? Might be good. Stretch your legs, see the parade. Ever seen the game live?
Nah, never.
Go on out to Harfest, you never know.
Yeah, alright.
I was just gonna stay home and watch German compilations, but alright. Yeah, go Smelters.
Go Smelters.
Smelters, right? I'm not a part of this conversation, I'm
shirt?
sorry.
Oh god.
Oh lord.
The smeared Marge shirt.
Yeah. Bling.
And Zaz says, and then I will play Kandagawa Jet Girls.
There you go. I still need to get back to playing that.
Remember how we played that game once on stream and then you're like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play all that game by myself.
Well, we
and
got
then,
busy. We had a bunch of other games that we needed to play.
Yeah,
Hard
but
to
you...
fit in. Sass, I'll tell you what. I'll have Breezy go on with you at some point. You can play versus. That'll be fun.
I thought those two had already arranged that.
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Life gets busy. It
That's
happens.
fair. That's fair.
Hey, on Mall Cup.
All cops don't carry guns, May.
Jeez. I guess you need that gun for... What are you doing?
Walking off the road.
The gun? Oh, yeah. Wouldn't want to do that without a gun.
You know how many times I've shot someone?
No? Tell me now.
Once.
You kill him?
Nope.
So you're saying you don't really need it then? You should carry a battle axe. That would be impressive.
I'll look into it.
Spirals, am I right? Clouds and lightning. Gun.
Pooch says
So
it would
relatable.
probably be far more entertaining than Crazy Chicken Co-op.
That is fair.
Probably.
Also,
If
it
I-
seemed like when you were playing it, the computers were kinda not good.
Oh, the computer is terrible in that video game.
So what about having the challenge of an actual competitor? Could be fun.
I mean, I'll say it doesn't control like a wave race or something like that. It's you don't feel great playing it. Breathe some fire already, dude.
That'd be cool if the statue could breathe fire. Get that water in you. I should hydrate too.
You should, and you also had tea over there.
Oh, yeah,
but
it's
that's
probably not hot anymore. I'll heat it
No,
up
it's
later.
definitely not hot anymore. Okay. Howdy.
You waiting for someone?
Well, I think I'm being stood up.
Date?
Not the kind you mean. Honestly, a big part of my job is someone calling, me heading out, and them not showing up.
You were meeting them at the statue of Saint?
Rubello.
Yeah, the fire-breathing guy. Who, like, ate people.
That's a bit of an oversimplification. But yeah, basically.
Cool guy to have a statue of. Outside the church, I mean.
Well, I didn't put it here, but can't we learn something from Saint Rubello?
Breathe fire.
Sure. This statue is part of our Encourage Criminal Acts outreach.
It's working. How's the situation?
Situation?
With Bruce and stuff.
We wait and see. And pray. Hey, listen. You know, if you ever want to talk or have any questions,
About, like, God.
sure. You can always talk to me. It's kind of in my job description.
Okay.
What you looking at?
Oh no.
Trying to read the sign.
Yeah, I wanted to see what was back here further.
For sure. I mean, yeah, I think it's just Bruce's place.
You gonna go down to Harfest tonight?
I think you're Bruce?
Oh.
Dunno. Maybe. Keep to myself.
You should say hi if you're there. I'll be there.
Okay. We'll see, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that image.
I super forgot about that image. Was that you or was that Sass that did that one?
Oh, that was Sass. I was the
That's-
one who made the announcement and the thumbnail, two separate
That was a
images that I
good-
worked way too hard on.
That's a very good Photoshop. I appreciate the work you put into the screenshot of the game itself.
It is really good. I always wanted to climb that water tower, but then that one kid died doing that. Yeah, whatever. I'll get to it. Probably see clear to Brittle from here. Boop. It's going down here. Who are these? Hey! Hello? Hey!
Traveler from distant lands, you have journeyed far, and it has brought you here to us.
Actually, I walked like 15 minutes from my house.
Walker far from home, we will tell you of your future, but first, be truthful. Tell us, which of these have you seen? A shipwreck, a ghost on a hill, an arrow broken?
Broken? Really? You're all like 14-year-old goths, so why am I answering this?
And yeah, Reyna, Sass does always put in the work.
Yeah, I watched you do this on Teardown, so... On my way into town, in the playground, this old shit. How did you...
You have answered well. We will peer into your future and give you what help we in the coming dark.
Alright, go for it.
Tell us first, what is God in this place?
Wow,
Is it caring but absent? Uncaring but distant? Vicious and roaming?
can we go with nice and helpful? Okay, that's gonna be a no then. Let's say, let's be...
Again, this is all up to you.
Hmm.
This is your narrative you're crafting here.
Hmm.
I can see it. On a distant shore, beneath the stars,
Okay.
we see something. In your future. We know. We know. We know.
Okay already, jeez.
You will swim out to sea and meet it. On a distant shore.
We're like 6 hours from the ocean. You guys are bad at this. Let's try something easier. What am I going to have for dinner tonight?
Don't know, don't care. I want tacos. We'll have them soon.
Tacos do sound good.
We'll all have tacos soon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get going.
Stop. Do you see the mystical symbol etched upon this sacred rock?
The pentagram you guys drew. The spooky pentagram you teens drew. This is a little less full of shit.
Yeah, less condescending.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Okay.
It is the first of 3. Find it thrice, and it shall find you in the dark.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna head out. You guys are adorable. And weird, but the fun kind of weird.
This is serious. Like, we're not kidding. We don't care or anything, but, like, dude.
Alright, alright. I'll keep an eye out for pentagrams and whatnot.
Cool.
Haha, you broke your speaking
Life
order.
City.
I know.
I suspect this is a donation from B, but someone by the name of Rob Lowe Escobar says, "It's your girl, DJ Calamite, the god, taking over Y City for the 99 and the 2000. I hope you're ready for 4 hours of American football across Post Malone mashups."
That's good. That's really good. Thank you.
Thank you for the donation. We appreciate that. Thank you.
We're just going backwards now.
Are you freaking out yet?
See ya, weird goth teens.
You're not gonna narc on us to the pastor, right? For being out here.
Nah.
Cool, thanks.
3 weird teens I met. What'd I miss?
No, it's just, I'm still laughing at the donation.
It's really good.
God, I love Fee. I miss
She's
her
really
so
great.
much.
We want to see you again. We'll make it happen eventually.
Yes. Most likely with the move, not until sometime, like, early next year, but
But at that time,
as soon as we can make it happen,
We
we're
will
gonna
make
make
it
it happen.
I don't want to go to church.
My ankle!
God!
Yeah, you would definitely like twist your ankle trying to do that.
Yeah, that'd be a rough time. What's on my list of things to do right now?
Get yelled at by that old man.
Hey, old man, yell at me again.
I think maybe you have to go home.
Maybe?
I think.
Listen to that guy talk about Dreamcast. No. Down. Good.
You
Alright.
got this, Bree.
I got
believe in you.
Anything new here?
I don't think so.
No, same stuff.
Yeah, and there's that's Casey.
Missing persons.
He's
Firewood for sale.
Tim's
Katie
landscape.
Washington has never lost a child. What?
What?
Need a babysitter? Oh, okay.
Saw someone called the singing repairman on there.
Repairman! Your pipes have sprung a leak! How much is it gonna cost? So much! Okay, do you take Visa? I do.
Only cash or check.
This guy's really fucking weird, but my god, he does good work, and I can't not hire him.
Yeah,
Let's talk to that guy.
Sure. Okay.
Like, boing. There you go. No.
Never lost a child.
Never.
Never.
Ever. Don't touch my pumpkin.
I'm touching it. I'm touching your pumpkin. No
You
rules.
stop running back and forth in front of my pumpkin, god damn it.
You keep changing direction in front of my house. Oh, I am going to call the police. Oh no. My god, what a crime. How could you do this?
My mailbox, stop jumping directly on top of
I
it.
own every one of these houses. Stop. No, you're crookeding the mailboxes. Why? You monster. Where's Dad?
I don't think Dad's home. Yeah.
Oh, right, because it's like afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, both the folks are at work. I think you look at
Yeah. Let's prepare for an outing.
Yay!
Oh yeah, normal clothes. Oh yeah, time to get spooky.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Witch dagger!
Awesome.
You liked my performance on that?
I did, it was very good.
I'm glad. I feel like I could have put more oomph into it, but I didn't.
Alright, no one's been on.
Mostly for the sake of my voice.
It's time for Witch Dagger!
Witch dagger!
Hello? It must already be out.
Harfest. Harfest.
It's that time.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about Harfest time. Good time. Harfest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. There's a cat behind that window. Spooky cat.
What's so spooky about the cat? It's just hanging out.
Just living its best life, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing weird about it. Dare you spin the wheel of destiny?
Explain.
None can explain the power of the wheel, save that is an unknowable circular soothsayer.
Oh snap, is it gonna say the sooth?
The sooth shall be said.
Okay, I'm into this.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Hey!
A mighty spin! A commendable spin! Your fortune is your future. A place you will soon be forever.
Okay, that checks out.
Your card says much. Some things you shall understand, and some things that shall elude you, and this shall ever be your fate.
Uh-oh. So some things I'm gonna understand, and what? That's a dumb fortune. That's everyone. Everyone is like that.
The cards do not lie! The wheel that chooses the card is unknowable.
So this is unknowable truth.
You have learned much, my child.
I'm 20. Oh, that was interesting.
May the wheel ever spin in your favor.
Alright then.
I will see you in wait, it costs $5. Wait, get back here.
I should have foreseen this.
I should have forsooth this.
Foresaw.
Hold up. Colleen, how do I get into this thing? God damn it.
Woo!
Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to the Harfest Spooktacular Water Balloon Toss. You know what to do. Or can't figure it out pretty quick. Either way, let's go.
Oh.
Woo, you hit the spooky ghost.
Oh.
I'm a scary spirit and I've been hit. Oh,
No.
nope.
Hey.
Gonna haunt you for that one. I hate my fucking job. This is the only work I can get in this god. I'm extremely cold and wet. Ah! Oh no, I'm dead again. Oh no, you've hit the evil witch. Oh, what am I ever going to do? Oh, which way will I go to next?
This is cute.
I don't think I ever messed with these when I played through this. Oh, chum, I'm gonna hex you up.
Witch dagger!
Witch dagger!
It's like crossfire!
I guess that's what I was going for. Didn't realize it.
No. Stop. No. Come on. Take this squash. No.
Oops, I'm the pumpkin. You hit me, the pumpkin. You got me, the pumpkin wet. Ouch, that one hurt me, the pumpkin. I'm freezing now, the pumpkin is free. Okay, now I'm going away now, the pumpkin. God, this goes on forever.
It does. Come on. Got it.
Rattle, rattle, I'm a skeleton.
No.
Oh, okay. This is apparently like patched in. Like they
Oh.
added a lot of this stuff.
Righto.
Neat. I didn't know. That
Lickety
tickled
plonk.
my funny bone. Oh,
Oh.
well, that sure was something. On behalf of the Possum Springs Town Council, we urge you to support local business and enjoy our historic home. Possum Springs, more like... Kathleen, no. More like Awesome Springs! Okay, we're done.
Cute. I like it. Witch dagger! Alright.
That's a good one, Kathleen. You should be proud of that one. Oh, they were doing like a little float.
Oh. Hey, hey! What you up to?
Seriously? We're putting on this year's Harfest pack. Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
Oh, yes. Oh, right. Okay. Live from the old pickaxe. When's this thing supposed to start?
10 minutes, I think.
You think?
For sure, B. Have a good rest of your night.
Have a good one. Take care.
This is a nightmare. Why did I ever agree to do this? Chamber of Commerce owes me big for this.
Jeez, I hear you. What?
Okay, so here's the thing. You won't have any lines. Many lines.
What?
I've had like 3 no-shows.
Why?
Because this whole thing is stupid and nobody cares about it.
B.
Please. It's a fun part.
B.
Yeah.
I will totally save your ass. I might have this memorized from when I was a kid.
Probably not. They rewrote it like 6 times in the past 2 years. To be spookier. So it's like 20% actual history now. And like 80% spoops.
So, it's like fake history now?
It's like bad remake
Oh.
that doesn't respect the source material. It starts off normal, but anyway, you got like 5 minutes to look at your lines.
Psh, I can wing it.
May, please don't wing it.
I can dagger it. Okay.
Oh god. Why did I... It's like the Rob Zombie Halloween. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the brown cat.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Be ghosts, are ye here to hear the tale of how Possum Springs came to be? Through the mist of time I see weary fur trappers from 1793.
Brother John,
Yes, Brother Stephen.
from this vantage point I do spy a deep hollow, and within a great dead tree, and besides with a spring.
Blessed are we, Brother Stephen, for truly my throat is parched from these long, arduous travels, and carrying these 300 beaver pelts.
And taking these massive bong hit. Let's us make haste, oh excellent brother. Witch dagger! Oh, let's see. Oh, travelers, spare a crust of bread for a needy woman.
Haggard witch.
Horrible to look upon. Cruel young men. Ye did not even offer one of thy 300 fine beaver pelts to warm my ancient bones. Thou art a rude and naughty boy. Thy naughtiness must be met with punishment. I art uncomfortable. Thy punishment is a task terrible.
What?
Thou shalt return to thy town. Dig up the oldest grave in the churchyard. And kiss them. I kiss them.
What? But the witch was only joking around to frighten the travelers, and instead she cursed them to die that very night, right, me?
Yee! I was born among these trees, 'neath a harvest moon, and ye shall die under that moon. Brother John, I am frightened.
Faith, Brother Stephen, art thou so easily shaken by the ramblings of an old crone? Come help me carry these 300 beaver pelts. But little did anyone know that the witch did not curse in vain.
Witch dagger!
Witch dagger! Witch dagger! The emphasis on 300 beaver pelts is very funny. It's a nice touch.
Help, help! Who will help a poor traveler?
By the moon and stars above us, sir, I beseech thee, what is thy trouble?
Witch You're in this?
Yep.
Ah, witch! Yep. I swear thee, friend, that this very day, this horrifying crone did curse my brother and I to die.
Swans.
We camped by this very spring beneath the dead tree, and even now his body lieth upon the earth, lifeless as a pile of 300 beaver pelts.
Oh, it chilleth the heart.
Yee! A curse upon rude young men.
That's not...
She has cursed the spring, and now I shall die. Oh no, I'm dead. Wow, he's dead.
I also undone, for I have dranketh of the water.
Don't leave me here, Greg.
Bye.
Oh no, he died.
And yet, even here, the cursed lust for blood would not be sated. Claudia says, I was born under a harvest moon, but they call it Story of Seasons now for some reason.
Huh.
Do you get the joke?
Well, isn't that like the newer kind of version of
Okay,
the
I was
game
just
Harvest
making.
Moon
I was
that-
just making sure.
yeah.
Like,
I got you.
gaze upon them. Gaze upon these spirits. Brother, we are now ghosts. Ah, I am tormented by the accusing glare of 300 ghostly beavers.
Maybe we shouldn't have killed all those beavers. It would seem that all who die here are cursed to never leave.
Doth that witch know what she hath done? Thank fuck. Witch dagger! You okay, Bree?
I'm fine, I'm
That going get you?
Crap. For what is a ghost, but that which haunts the empty space that was once full?
And once haunted, can a place be unhaunted? Oh, right, it's this
Oh,
guy.
it's this guy.
You! From the bus station!
Young witch. It is I, the god of the forest.
Just didn't expect you to,
Ain't that the way?
soothe.
Witch, thou hast tarried too long in this world. I banish thee to wander in the night through the stranger places.
What?
Young witch, let me speak wisdom to you. We begin and we end at night in the woods. But that is not the whole of the story.
It's just the title. Well,
This is your line.
forest god, thou hast no power here.
Even now thy end beginneth.
Ack! My infernal powers!
Shh, young witch. Even now, the world you know endeth, and who can say what lieth in the world to come?
Wow.
Beware as you go, for there are ghosts.
Woo!
Take care. Good synchronicity there.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah. I'm proud of what we've done here tonight.
Same here. And so was founded then this festival. On Halloween we shall celebrate the dying of the year and the founding of Possum Springs.
I, Mayor Ghost, decree it.
The beaver population suffered a decline, and now our biggest exports are corn and pumpkins. We used to be the county seat.
Yee! Now leave before I curse you all.
Oh no, audience! And that's our show! Be careful as you leave here, for who knows what may lurk in the darkness. Also be sure to pick up a flyer on your way out from the Possum Springs Chamber of Commerce. Support your spooky local businesses. Cute. It is. It's a very cute game. Very cute, very wholesome.
Yeah.
After this sequence is over, I'm gonna need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's still a little bit left. Jeez. Thanks, guys. I am never doing that again.
So, what are we doing now?
Well, I'm going home. Angus is making dinner and we're watching horror movies.
Aw. Can I come?
It's more a date thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing, B?
Chamber of Commerce folks are going to the buffet out by Ham Panther. Kinda have to go. Business stuff. I hate this.
But you're good at it.
Both of those things can be true.
And how? Can I come?
Nope.
Damn. Okay, well,
Good night. Night.
I've got nothing going on. Yeah! I've got nothing going on. Oh shit, this is garbage.
I'm gonna break windows around town. I'm gonna go break some shit. Oh god.
Oh no, that's not good. What the? Oh my god! Hey, anyone? Shit.
Food donkey. It was there all along.
Where the hell did he go? Shit.
Keep going.
Run, 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 run. You were taken by a Dalek. Crap.
You think that looks like a Dalek?
Maybe if it was a little bit wider on the back.
Yeah, it needs to be far wider.
That could just be a jacket.
May. Go home.
There's a guy up there on the hill. He stole some kid. He looked like a ghost.
A ghost, huh?
Or something like that.
May, you shouldn't be out here doing whatever it is you're doing.
No, 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 no. No one should be out here. But there's this guy.
I'll drive you home, May.
No!
May. Now.
Guys running around murdering kids. Stuck in here. Oh, slow-mo. Wait. Oh yeah, can only walk. Very slowly.
Yeah, remember how you guys found that severed arm?
Yeah,
I wonder if what you saw has anything to do with that.
I can only imagine from the current point of the narrative of the story. Finally, a night in the woods! It all comes to pass.
How the barn says it's just been long enough to have forgotten about the arm, and oh yeah, spoopy stuff is afoot.
Yep. Or an arm. Controller's rumbling.
Try jumping in. Oh,
Can't.
oh, okay. Never mind.
Da-da-da. Stuff's going on. Creepy stuff.
Okay, so we are through that sequence. I need to use the bathroom,
Okay.
and I also need water.
Sure.
Part 3, the long fall. Do you need water?
It could be top off.
Okay, I'll take care of that for you.
Thank you, hon.
Keep the folks entertained.
I will. Hello, everyone. Time to wake up. Witch dagger! Alright. Let's check that computer. Oh, we gotta check the notebook too. I hadn't considered that. Hey dude, sorry. Couldn't hang last night. Angus says he's sorry too. Band practice today because I'm in charge and I say so. Off to work, bye. Hey May. Thanks so much for your help last night. Woke up and realized that I completely imposed in a big way. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll be at work cleaning up after last night if you want to say hello. Hell yeah, we do. Sharkle! I like Sharkle. Alright. Whee! Yes, Sharkle is beautiful. I love him. Hey, hon. Yeah? Come say hello, why don't ya? I gotta... Hey. Hey, hon. Hey, Mom. You look really tired. So do you. Also, I have a splitting headache. Well, the weather seems to agree with you. Gray and drizzly. I could go for that today. Hey, hon. Yeah? Sorry about yesterday. Me too. I said some stuff. I didn't really mean it. Well, whether you meant it or not, that isn't how we should communicate. I don't want us to stop talking. I just don't want a repeat of a few years ago. I'm really sorry, Mom. About all of it. Hey, May. You okay? I'm fine. Guess I'm stressed, too. Saw some weird stuff last night. Or I think I did. Want to talk about it? Later. I'm still, like, putting it together. Can we talk about school? Also later. Not gonna talk about school stuff, not gonna talk about school stuff, not gonna talk about school stuff because I don't want to face that. Hey, it is raining. This is a beautiful day to me. Does anyone else, like, here's the thing, I love rainy days. Does anyone else view that like a sunny day? Does anyone else wake up, it's raining, and you're like, oh yes, I'm ready to start my day? That's me. Every time. Can see Penderson's house from here. What a ghoul that guy is. He has hated me forever, just because I put an M80 down his roof gutter. I mean, it's just petty. Just grudge. That was like forever ago. Boing, boing. I like cloudy or very light rain at most, I think.
I have liquids.
Jay's back with liquids.
Liquids obtained.
I used to and I didn't work outside. That's also very fair. I could see that being a hindrance. I like hanging out in the rain, but working in it is a totally different thing. Body is good. Gotta avoid the UVs. Absolutely.
You talked to Selmers? Selmers. You talked to Selmers, the poet.
Oh, no, I haven't yet. We have to.
Yeah. Plus the telescope guy is up there
yeah.
too.
How's it going, Summers?
How's your Halloween?
Weird. Went to Harfest. Saw some messed up shit that I think was real. Then I had a really bad nightmare.
Cool. I stayed in and ate candy and watched TV. Halloween episodes were on.
Well, I was out living a Halloween episode, okay?
Whoa.
Yep.
Wanna hear a new poem?
Hell yes, we do.
Autumn winds, autumn sins,
Okay.
autumn times, autumn crimes.
What's considered an autumn crime?
Robbing a gas station, then blowing it up
That's so autumn.
in November.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Mr. Chazikov! Yes, Selma? You're gonna break your neck someday. I will make sure to fall right on you, lady. Well, I'm a big enough target. I'm bigger than you. We should be covered.
You too.
Leaves, leaves, leaves.
Is that a poem?
Nope. Let's see.
Alright.
Raina said, like a slight drizzle of rain tapping against my window is relaxing, but definitely a sunny day girl myself.
Alrighto. The missus varnished this porch herself. Don't go tracking mud all over it.
No promises. Watch as I do this now. You got trouble.
I don't know why, but I thought he was going to say the missus varnished. I don't know where she weren't. She's gone.
You got triple jump. You gotta do the triple jump to get on the power line.
Double, triple jump, double, triple jump. Damn it.
No, you do it on that guy's porch. You can do it from there.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
you get a running start from the left.
Ah.
All the way from the left.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Here we are. Damn it, it's not what I meant to do. Go back.
And Evie says, I want sunny days for the people who love them, but my disposition is very overcast.
Yay. Clouds are fun.
I feel like I want rainy days whenever I'm like out and about and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But when I'm indoors,
Uh-huh.
I'm okay with it being sunny specifically.
I always love rainy and cloudy. I cannot get sick
Well,
of
here's
it.
I like to have a day where like when I'm working inside,
Uh-huh.
I can just keep the window open
Yeah.
while I'm working. And usually a sunny day is like best for that.
I mean, if you insist, I can let the light in when it's raining too.
Well, no, yeah, I know you can do it when it's raining too, but like you got a nice like the room gets a nice glow when it's sunny out
I
and you
guess.
let it into the room.
I guess I've just never had like a really good view outside of a window, so you know, but I haven't really lived in places that there was a view. It's more, yep, that's the street.
This May Borowski.
Present.
Smell the autumn winds.
Yep, smells like pumpkin spice in September.
One should not miss such a thing. Talking of, want to see some stars?
Yeah.
Come have a look.
All right, it's star looking time. Ah, God, you are gonna burn your eyes
This
out,
is
Missy.
your own fault at this point, I would say. Alright, so you gotta follow that vibration. I think it's that one. Yeah, there you
Found one.
go. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Big snake.
Big snake.
Yep,
I saw a big snake once.
at the zoo.
In Scouts, we were hiking. One was,
Sunning.
one was sunning itself on a rock.
What a treat.
I was thinking it's rare to see a snake just randomly relaxing. What's up with this one?
Big Snake emerged from the earth and made war upon the villagers.
What villages?
You know, villages.
Okay.
Anyways, as he wrapped himself around them, the villagers saw that they were encircled by the same,
Big snake.
and they came together, and together slew the...
Big snake.
You learn.
Why did Big Snake attack the people?
Do you have sympathy for the Big Snake?
Geez, I don't know, but can we just keep saying Big Snake?
Big Snake.
Big Snake!
Big.
Snake.
Good work.
Hell yeah.
Now you're looking for one more. Oh,
Oh, we're hot. We're hot.
to the left.
Yeah.
There it is.
Star located, Captain.
Let us consult the guide. Oh, you'll like this one.
Really?
Because they're dead.
Okay, yeah, I'm into it.
For Mercy the Medium. In life he spoke with the dead?
Really?
Who knows? But even when he died, his own spirit returned and spoke through him.
Wait, that's dumb.
How so?
It's just called being alive.
Not so! His body was dead,
So he was like a zombie?
but just as smart as before. No looking for brains.
So like normal, but he smelled bad.
Just so.
Why did they make this guy into a star?
I have no idea.
That's like the way I feel whenever I see like a famous person in the media. It's just like, why did they make this guy a star? I have no idea.
No clue, it just happened.
Guess it's kind of impressive. Dumb, but impressive. So, what's the moral of this one?
Moral?
Shower. Yeah, usually star things like this have some sort of moral, right?
Sometimes things are just strange.
That's the moral?
And that is our pair for the day.
Well, gee willikers, Mr. Chesikov.
Willikers?
Willikers.
And I'm the cheesy teacher.
Wow, that was pretty great.
Yes, it was. More in a couple days?
Sure.
Awesome. Big Snake.
Big snake, big snake, big snake. Squirrel, squirrel.
Alright, so are you
Okay.
back to just being able to hang out with folks?
I think so. I can
Okay.
give it a shot.
Whee! My ankles! Yeah, Reyna, Chazikov and Reyna, or Chazikov and Reyna, Chazikov and Selmers are definitely up there as like some of my favorite characters. Specifically Selmers.
Let us know how it is. We should unionize. Come together, my people. Ah, she's just kidding. She doesn't have a job.
Well, maybe she'll get one eventually.
Maybe.
May, please get off the counter.
Hey, B!
Hey, good. Thanks again for last night. I owe you one.
That's fine. It was fun.
Now, could you do me a
My
favor?
night got like
and
really
get-
weird and bad after.
How so?
Tell you later, I guess. Still like putting it together.
Okay, well, let me know how that goes.
I will.
I think it's band practice day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hunt down Greg.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, no. He's at the Snack Falcon.
Don't know how that guy stays employed. Steals constantly and breaks supplies for fun.
That's a 7-Eleven.
And he leaves work whenever he wants.
Greg plays by his own rules.
Feels more like the world plays by his rules.
Whoa.
I don't even know what that means.
Still. Whoa.
Please get off the... You're getting dust all over the counter. Jesus fucking Yes, you are a child.
I am not a child. Boingy, 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 boingy. Okay, so let's go find our friend.
Dan Reichert force field? Oh, in regards to Greg, yeah. Yeah, he kind of has that energy about him.
A little bit. I could see him cooking
A
egg
child
whites.
could never do these sick jumps.
You up for band practice in a bit? I guess. Weird night. Oh, so? I'll tell you about it later. Okay. Be nice. I like that movie, Be Nice.
Uh-huh. What's your favorite scene from that movie?
My favorite scene from... Whoa! Is someone moving in? Probably something dumb. I miss you, pizza place.
Rest in peace, possibilities.
Yeah.
The possibilities
These were endless.
We had the fucking mind meld on that joke.
All right,
Jesus
let's go in
Christ. What's up, dude?
Ugh.
Ugh?
Long night. Weird night.
What's up?
I'll tell you at band practice.
Cool. What you up to?
You gonna head out to band practice?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck this job, let's go.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
Back to watch this fiasco again, huh?
Yep.
You're our only fan, Germ.
I'm just here to be entertained. I'm a gentleman of leisure.
Nice.
Ready to play?
Yeah.
Go convince Greg. He's all slow today.
Can do. Hey, Angus.
Hey, May.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm having a very boring week.
Jeez, I'm envious.
Huh? So, how about that demon tower?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know yet. Haven't gotten too far.
It's good. I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it.
Well, alright then.
Are you sure you like it? Hey, dude.
You okay? You look tired.
I was up all night. They were fixing the roof door, and it was super loud.
Roof door?
Yeah, the door at the top of the stairs. That goes out onto the roof. Now I can, like, I don't know, run from that door down to the lobby, up to the roof, and pee off the side of the building.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, but what's to stop random people from doing that too?
Dude, it'll be fine.
Sorry, I'm just tired.
There. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this shit.
Woo!
Pumpkinhead guy. Crank the tunes. Ah!
Gotta do the claw formation you do.
I think I had trouble with this one too, honestly.
This bumps.
Pumpkinhead guy! Pumpkinhead guy!
I did not do well.
Or
Ah! Shit!
bass solo. Pumpkinhead guy.
Woo!
The sustained notes sound a lot like Joe Crocker's Have a Little Help from My Friends, apparently.
I could see
According
that.
to Evie. I don't know that song. Wow,
Oh.
May, that was
Pretty bad is what it was. I literally do not know this song. Woo!
so fast.
You just pushed a button.
I am so tired. That's you.
Oh, sorry. Strain my vocal cords yelling.
Awesome.
I'm gonna sound so husky.
Sexy. That's what Greg would be like.
Anyway, I don't even know if they're dreams or not. And this guy, who I think was a ghost, kidnapped some kid, and also I think was in my head after, while I was sleeping. Anyway, yeah, I think I need to do something, because this is scary.
Well, that's not what I was expecting to hear tonight. You okay, dude?
No! I'm kinda freaked out. It was probably wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, definitely.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go figure this out myself.
Aw, dude, don't be like that.
You got us. Aw, dudes.
Dude!
Dude. Dude.
Okay, fine.
Dude! So we need to maybe see if there's, like, some ghosty stuff happening around here. Like, from a source we can trust. Such as? Does the newspaper have, like, a ghost section? What? Why is that a dumb question?
You know, we could go check the library.
Or books about it?
No, they have the local paper on file going back a century. There's some secret of kidnapper ghosts. We'll find it there, probably.
Oh wow, I didn't know they had that. I thought it was just like a broken down old bunch of books.
Well, when's the last time you were at a library? We actually have one of the nicer ones around.
Oh, how?
Rich dude who paid for it way back when? Yeah, they set up a foundation and... Never mind, let's go.
I have dyslexia, I don't read books. Do we regroup after? Sure. Okay, we'll be back.
Woohoo! Ghosties.
That's the spirit. Spirit. The library!
Your favorite, Bree.
Welcome to the library.
Yay. Look! Jobs.
Been a long time since we had those here.
Weird, like... This is painted, it was like...
In this economy?
Hey, look out the window. We're all working. Things are great. Now it's like one of the graffiti murals after someone gets shot or hit by a car.
This mural is really affecting you.
I forget that we live in separate realities.
Mine's clearly better.
Sure as.
Pumpkin dead. Bad guy.
That means you did bad.
Oh,
It's okay. Pumpkinhead Guy is a difficult song on
It is.
on the face buttons of a video game controller. Hey.
I was thinking 2 hours.
Okay, cool.
Any idea where the microfish is?
Microfiche.
Microfiche. Third floor.
Okay, thanks.
Up, up, up.
Arena said, honestly, music hard. I failed grade 2 recorder.
Oh.
Music is generally difficult,
It
yeah.
is. You know. I was okay on the recorder, at least compared to the other kids. It's not saying very much.
I did not play a recorder at all. Like, the only music I had before, like, middle school was... There was, like, elementary school choir or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That I did for, like, 1 season, and that was it.
We were always forced into singing. Took me a while to enjoy singing, just because we were so forced into it. It's like, hey, Jewish kid, guess what? There's a Christmas festival, and if you don't sing in it, we'll fail you.
Oh, jeez.
And I was just like, I don't even...
That's great
what?
motivation, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Nothing says enjoy music and learn to love it like being forced into it. Anyway, I became a good musician. I have not to this day written a single Christmas song.
Do you think
Take
that's
that,
why-
Miss Brown, you bitch.
Do you think that's why they grade electives and stuff like that in middle school? Is so that, like, to try and, like, wean off the people that aren't gonna be, like, the serious autists from, like, when they were a kid or something like that?
Maybe, or at least to separate those who will actually hinder anything that the people who do want to do something will try to do. You know, I don't know.
Ah,
Looks like someone left something open on this one.
it's a resume.
Bob Targ, born 1967.
50 years old. Let's see. Experience, mining, construction, well drilling.
I never think about getting a job when I'm old.
50's not really old,
I mean, you should have money then, right?
ideally.
It should be, like, guaranteed. Should be guaranteed in general.
You gonna join my Young Socialist Chatterbox group? Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm on board. Holy crap.
What?
It's Charity Barity.
What's Charity Barity?
How do you not know Charity Barity?
I assume this is something from school.
The school of being 5 freaking years old.
Alright. So this was a thing you liked as a kid?
No, I hated Charity Barity.
It does look really hateable.
It was like you were under some curse where a cute thing followed you around 24/7, yelling about like sharing and not littering and paying taxes.
Well, that's an important skill.
I had to fill out a tax form today. Let me tell you, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I mean, it
I'm
doesn't...
gonna go to prison. Huh?
No, you're definitely not. It doesn't help that it was like a tax sheet for a state you've never lived in
That is
before.
fair. I'm new to
I
it.
think that's the main
There
thing
was like
that made
new
it.
things I've never really, yeah.
Like, even as someone that's been filing her taxes since like her at least mid-20s, I was looking at that, I'm like, I have no idea what the phrasing of any of this means.
Yeah. I was 5 then. I'm 20 now, and I still haven't paid taxes.
Charity Barity goes to a state infrastructure budgeting meeting.
Ugh, I forgot the worst part. It always rhymed.
Charity Barity, oh no, austerity.
What's that?
Reason the 2 bridges in and out of Saltstown are still closed.
Oh wow, you still can't, like, go to Saltstown?
You're welcome to try. I think you still need to go up the floor.
Oh,
Remember? 3rd floor.
right. Get to snoop as much
And
as I
then
can.
Reina, in response to like us discussing like grades being used to like wean people out, says insert that ominous Siconia theme.
Yeah. Going up.
I don't know which one you're talking about, but based off of the music that I do know from the When They Cry visual novels, I could take a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, it is dusty up here.
It's old up here.
Sure is. Maybe your ghost is up here?
Yep, ghost. Or something. Whatever he was. He walked through a chain link fence. Or flew over it. Or something. While carrying something.
Alright, well, that's even more impressive.
So we're gonna go find this guy. Because he took someone. And he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through. And that's not good.
Whatever you say, mate.
That all sounded a lot more badass in my head.
It's okay, it was fine.
Let's see.
Let's get this over with. Again, I'm the person that's here just kind of like, let's
Yeah,
go get
come
this
on.
done.
Hey, computer.
Alright, there she is.
Cool.
But yeah, oh, never mind, more stuff happening. So,
I have no idea how to use it.
really,
I can't know how to do everything.
I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought to this thus far?
This whole thing was my idea.
No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a tiny bit of research on it.
If you think it's so stupid, why are you here?
Because you're my friend, you asshole.
Aww. Aw, we friends, Beatrice.
Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumbass is in charge. Alright, so what are we looking for?
I want to steer.
No.
Move, I'm steering.
Ow. Jesus, me.
I'm sorry. Okay. How do we do this?
Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff.
Step 3, find ghost.
Sure.
Oh, so this is one of those, like, those slides that you put under a thing that projects it on top. I've seen
Yeah,
these.
microfiche.
Yeah, microfiche.
Raina said, yeah, there's a moment where they explore the education in the universe for Gauntlet Knights, and it's brutal. Oof.
An explosion occurred at 6:20 a.m. at the Stafford mine. All work has ceased while men attempt to rescue any survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive, along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine, and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped, and the next group of men plummeted to their death. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosion, and survivors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the accident.
So, to recount the scene, I think I remember that section. They set up an entire class of kids to fail to give a single Gauntlet Knight confidence.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
Whenever I get around to reading Siconia, I'm gonna be very depressed for a
Yeah.
long time.
Okay, let's see. Strike lumber's on.
Underground gases may afflict many. The house on Larch Street have been evacuated.
You don't
and
have to read
discovered-
all of them out loud.
Okay, will it be obvious which one's about a ghost?
Yeah, there you
Hey!
go. Local ghost, Little Joe at it again.
As the school children are
You
quick
have to,
to
like,
inform
press
you.
a button on it.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, look!
Scooch, so I can see. Graveyard, that's a gimme.
I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them.
Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh cool, that's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that.
How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff.
I like history.
Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history.
That's actually pretty good.
As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs there's at least one resident who won't show up on the census survey, Little Joe. Purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors of the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up, patrolled the area, so be warned, thrill seekers, you may see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing.
So yeah, you basically want to find anything that's related to ghost stuff.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, not exactly about a ghost.
Is there more about ghosts?
Yeah, I think there's like 2 or 3 things about ghosts. So basically, you just want to search around, try to find stuff that might be related to ghosts and ghouls.
Ghouls and goblins.
Oh, ghostly.
Whoa! Ghostly rumors haunt New Historical Society. Hey! Ghost spotted!
Historical Society?
History that won't stay history. In a history place.
History place.
Yeah, I've never been.
You didn't go back in school?
I think this was when I wasn't in school.
Oh, after the softball incident.
Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy.
Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that.
An actual haunted house.
No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have, like, summer arts and crafts programs.
Oh, well, still worth checking out.
More. I need to know more about
I was waiting for you to, like, snap back over to it
What?
and read it again.
You're thinking I would go back here and say the Possum Springs Historical Society conversion.
Okay, alright, let's go right.
You had your one bit and you're like, okay, I got away with that.
No ghost to be found here. Why you say ghost? It sounds like you don't believe me. Let's see.
Hail of teeth.
Oh no. This one?
No ghost.
No ghost.
Wait, spectral haunting? Or wait, was that the
Oh.
same one? No, I think that's a different one.
Hey, look at this.
Yay. Yeah.
Looks like Possum Jump.
Let me read it.
It's Possum Jump.
Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right?
Yeah.
Ever been up there?
Nope. Gonna check it out though.
Go nuts. That's actually probably only a... Excuse me. That's actually only probably a mile or so from Mrs. Miranda's house. Back up in the hills. All kinds of stuff up there.
We'll try to avoid any basements. Or corpse husbands.
Co-signed.
Okay, well, that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie.
Let's boogie. Also, is that it?
Yeah, 3 clues. We got 3 leads.
You're a regular detective.
Me Borowski, a detective of ghosts.
Alright, let's go.
So, we've got some leads. Can I borrow your car this week?
Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you?
Nope. No license, no credit cards. Don't believe in money.
You just believe in other people's cars and money.
I didn't choose to be born into this society.
Okay, well, have a job, so I can't drive you around all these spots. I can maybe do the graveyard. I need to go there anyway.
Cool. I'll see if Greg wants to do the other 2.
I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
Hey, nerd, ever hear that history repeats? It does. It does the same thing over and over again.
So we've just been in a loop since we were living in caves.
It's all just a little bit of history repeating. Yeah, that's science.
Oh my freaking god. Okay.
I'm sad that I can't bounce in the
Before
library.
you can't, go into the rest of the scene, I just wanted to read what Raina said. Raina said, "May is such a shit, I hate it when I relate to her feelings of being a failure." Yeah, it's...
Oh.
That's exactly what I was trying to talk about earlier. We'll get into it later on in the game, but, there's the scale seems often like May's the fuck up, but the other folks are in the wrong sometimes too.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a thing that balances out. We'll talk about it later. Go ahead and take that story.
Ahem. What is...
Is that Miss Wellesley?
Oh wow, haven't seen her since graduation.
She was always kind of a badass. School district did not fund that art program at all, but she made it work. She was like some sort of art teacher survivalist.
Wow, I never realized.
I think they pay her in bits of string and empty soda cans.
Could be saving that string to repair those bridges in Saltstown.
There you go.
Thank you all for coming to this second meeting of the Possum Springs Poetry Society.
You want to stick around for this? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hell
yes.
Tonight we have new poems from myself, Fisherman Jones, and Selma Ann Forrester. I will start us off with one of my own. She's from some big city, right?
Yeah.
How'd she end up here?
Who knows?
Ahem. Letter to my worst student. To my worst student, the subject of my stories. I tell friends back home, when they ask about life out here in the sticks, it's you I worry. At the end of my life, you will be the only one I remember. Why did you key my car? I know it was you, Brian. Thanks, everyone. Poor Miss Quilsey.
At least she's blowing off some steam.
Next up, Fisherman Jones.
You can take Fisherman Jones
Okay.
also.
Fisherman Jones has a poem for us.
Two. 2 poems. Short, though.
2 poems, take it away.
Hi, folks. Thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel Eels. Tunnel Eels. I do not know how it feels to be in darkness all the time. Born in muck and raised in slime. But neither do you. No paths I've trudged. So it hardly is your place to judge. Okay, that's 1 poem. The next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs.
Okay, let's hear it.
Tunnel Frog swims in the dark. Must think it would be a lark. Be a fisherman like me. But what do you know, amphibie? That's it.
That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones. Dude is really worried about what fish think.
That tunnel always spooks me.
Finally, a
All
poem
right,
by
and-
Selma and Forrest.
This is Selmers. Yay, Selmers!
Yay!
Thanks, May. You know her?
Dude, she's like your neighbor.
Oh,
She writes these really funny, dorky short poems.
I'm up for something short and funny.
You're up for
And-
me?
So to catch up on some stuff, Evie said she's so relatable that I hate to relate to her sometimes.
Yeah.
And Mom.Zone says May is absolutely an inner voice you shouldn't say out loud.
Yeah.
And then Evie said of the teacher's poem, try to fit her poem into all the small things. Da da, ba ba.
That's fair.
And then Sass says May has Wanamote energy, except better written.
I
which is fair.
know it was you, Brian. Why'd you keep my car? What the fuck, dude?
This is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs.
Ha ha ha. Got him.
She's not wrong. No reception here. I wave my black phone. In the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, babyface boy billionaire. Phone app sold, made more money in one day than my family over 100 generations. More than my whole world ever has. World where house buying jobs became rent paying jobs, became living with family jobs. Boy billionaires. Money is access. Access to politicians, waiting for us to die. Lead in our water, alcohol and painkillers. Replace my job with an app. Replace my dreams of a house and a yard with a couch in the basement. The future is yours, Force 24/7 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck and my own life. I'm on the couch in the basement, there in the house and in the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the West Coast and burn their Silicon City to the ground. Holy shit.
Wow, damn.
Huh, she rhymed entrepreneur.
I don't even know what that word means.
Thanks, everyone. Here you go. Is she always like this?
No. Wow.
Huh.
Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Hey, Selmers! What?
I like your weird poem.
Thanks, I wrote it myself. Wait, was the assumption that she didn't write it
Nice work, Smelmer. Pardon me.
I don't like that nickname. What are you two?
Sorry.
It's cool. Can we go now? But yes, Selmer fucking rules.
Hell yeah.
That
Okay.
was the scene that I was building up to.
Right on.
Like, you get all these like small little poems and then she just drops that shit on you and it's like, oh, okay, Selmers.
It's good.
Sick.
Okay, thanks for coming.
We live here.
Right, so.
Find out anything about your ghost?
Yeah. Tell 'em, B.
There's some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost.
Not just any ghost. Little Joe.
I don't really remember Little Joe.
He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances.
Wow.
I know, right? Mysterious.
I thought you were like afraid of this ghost. Like filled with like dread and shit.
I'm terrified.
Okay.
So, it mentioned 3 different places we can all check out.
I have work and stuff.
Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out on work all the time.
Maybe we can, like, split this up? Share custody of you and your ghost? What places were you thinking about?
The graveyard?
I call that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one?
Sure is, the Historical Society.
You know you don't have to, like, break in. The people there, like, get paid to show it to you.
He's so ready to do crimes.
Oh,
Just like,
yeah. I mean, Greg is always ready to do fucking
Always down.
crimes.
Anyway,
I'm in for the Historical Society.
awesome.
Oh, what did I get stuck with?
Possum jump.
I know Possum Jump.
We used to go there in Scouts. Perfect.
I really like those emotes, Halbit Barn.
What's that?
It's be gay, do crime.
Oh, yo, I love it.
Okay, I need to, like, actually get home and do work.
This is gonna be awesome! And also, I'm scared to death! Wee!
Talk to your pappy.
Ta-da! It's Summers, a good poet.
But if I die, Selmer should write a poem about me.
Ugh.
Yeah, seems like that's going around. The erg.
Yuppers.
So, you and Mom had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you two were getting along.
We are. Just a bump,
You two, always two alike.
I guess. I got your chill and her smartassness.
I just hate to see you two on the outs again.
He'll be fine. We're cool.
Talk to your bed.
I just head up to bed tonight.
Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple days. And honestly, with that, I think we should probably save it and call it.
Oh, is it getting to be that time?
Yeah, I mean, we've been at this for like about 3 hours and like nearly 20 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, time flies with this game.
It sure do.
It's a good one.
Let's just check up on our friends real quick.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that at the very least. That's you.
Hey, May. Let me know when you want to go to the park. I looked up a map and it's a pretty straight shot up the Possum Jump.
Okay, great. We never really get a chance to hang out.
It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep.
Night, sir. Gifts happen.
Milady.
Oh, that's fedorable.
Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but then they did big renovations.
Oh, really?
I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like Ghost Central.
How so?
You're a ghost hanging out in an old house, and then someone puts in a pool where you died or something.
Haunted pools would be actually pretty scary.
I'm spooked. I'm going to bed. Hey, let me know when you want to hit the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week.
I don't know. Thanks, B.
Don't think me too hard. I'm going there anyway, and it's like right down the road.
You're ruining this.
Oh, in that case, you are so incredibly welcome, and also better not forget this big favor.
That's more like it.
I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just...
That's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I mean, you have to back out and save.
Oh, yeah, I
But,
do.
yeah.
How do you save again?
You just hold triangle,
Okay.
I believe. Oh, no,
Down.
while you're in here, so back out of this. Yeah, save and quit to title. But yeah, let's go ahead, find someone to raid, and then we'll go ahead and... But yeah, so tomorrow, you go ahead and go over what's happening. So we're doing more of this on Friday. Friday will probably be the last stream of this. We are very close to the end.
All right.
Tomorrow, Contra Hardcore.
Oh yeah, we're doing Contra Hardcore
Yeah.
tomorrow at 2 p.m.
That's gonna be fun.
That's a patron suggestion. So we
Yes,
don't get a ton of those.
so for
but-
the people that support us on Patreon or would be interested in it, we have a tier for like $10 or more. We have to play a game that if you say we have to play a game once a month, you can pick out a game that we have to play one time a month. So
Or more
There-
if we love it and it's long.
that's true. But there's that there. There are some people who support us at that level and don't take advantage of it. So this is the first time that we're really getting that.
Remember, use that to your advantage. And yes,
Yeah.
that's going to be a lot of fun to go through that. A little bit more fun, hellish,
Actually, if
high-speed machine gun action.
is there anyone on the Retro Pals Discord that's still streaming? Because
Why, that's a good question.
A lot of people were going live at like the same time.
Yeah.
Is Strawbros
Let's go to
still alive?
Strawbros.
Well, I don't know if she's still up. I
Oh.
think she might not be at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Oh,
she
okay.
is. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's raid Red Muffler Man since
Okay.
it looks like he's still up. So that's just /raid Red Muffler
Everyone, thank you
Man.
for coming on down and watching us do what
Yeah,
we do
thank you
yet
for dropping
again.
by,
This
everyone.
game is so cute, and I'm loving it so much.
I can't wait for you to see the end of it next week.
gonna be
It's gonna be a good
fascinating.
time. But for now, everyone, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great night,
and raid.